Redneck repurposing of kids' recreational toys. I'm a skateboard fan. Oh my god, it's a redneck dad. This must be like southern Midwest. Our hose broke at work, but luckily we got a redneck in the kitchen. Always good to have at least one redneck around. Also, how is this redneck? This is just good engineering. Like, y'all have never done this when you had nothing else around. This dude was towing a shed with a lawnmower. Yes? Oh god, I'm the redneck, aren't I? Yeah, my dad's lawnmower. We modified it to have a trailer hitch on it so we could move the boat around our yard. I think we pulled a like tiny trailer with not a shed, but like a workbench thingy on it at one point too. Yeah, I'm the redneck, aren't I? Oh well, touchless dispenser. Almost touchless. Hands-free dispenser is what I'll give you. Unless your foot is non-corporeal. Looks level to me. I mean, it's basically the same thing as a spirit level. Brake light switch. You can do stealthy brakes. 2017 pontoon camper project. Project. Of course it's in Florida. You have a feeling, they got the pontoons free from somewhere and already had the camper and then realized just how expensive a trailer was. If you've ever lived on a country road, imagine the bounce back on that. That's how to fix it. Redneck shed lock. Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, anybody dumb enough to steal something out of the shed, it's probably gonna get shot, so. Pull heater. Oh no. Honestly, this is not as bad as I was expecting. It doesn't involve propane. So, you know what? It's fine. We needed to disassemble a shelf in an office, and we didn't have a mallet. Rubber bands plus hammer equals mallet. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Also, books. We have ourselves a craftsman. Oh, hot damn, that's genuinely cool. I think that's cool. That's nifty. Homemade brush cutter up to 6 inches in diameter. Works amazing. Okay. Why is that terrifying? Like, that's somehow more terrifying than the actual brush cutters. Just mowing the lawn with my homemade bear helmet. You need that much? I don't think any of the lines are gonna be straight by the time he's done. Introducing the Mustang. Yep, I read that right. That's amazing. It's one of my favorite cars ever. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I want to drive that so bad. That's gorgeous. I love it. Redneck security system. I mean, the fact that it's a manual is already pretty good security system. Not sure if this fits here, but I needed a longer aux cord. In fact, I did this when I was a kid because I didn't know what a 1/8 coupler was or like where we would even get one. No power and you need to charge a phone? No problem. Yes, this will work. And it's mostly safe. Like, that's 12 volts of power. That's a 12 volt charger. Yes. Well, at least it's not a dimmer switch. Brake lights. On, off. You know, when I came up north, I heard about vehicle inspections, and I'd never heard of that because that's not a thing that Florida does. And for the longest time, I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. I was like, if the government wants to inspect a vehicle before it drives on the road, they better be providing that vehicle because otherwise it's their private property. Like, the hell? They pay taxes for the roads. And then I started seeing some of the stuff that was going, 60, 70 miles an hour as dangerous instead of cool. And it started to make sense. I still don't support it, but it started to sort of make sense. This is one of those things. I see nothing wrong with this. Other than the fact that it's just more expensive. Like, if you're harvesting materials, at least harvest something of equal or lesser value. Band-Aids are expensive. Heavy-duty office chair for extreme spreadsheets. Found this on an old project file. I was ahead of my time. Wait. Oh no, never mind. The funny story. The wired version of this drill, which was my first drill because it was $15 on sale and that's all I could afford, actually has a level in the top. Genuinely has a level. That just makes me so happy. Why would anyone buy a weed eater? Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh man, I want to see this thing run. When you have liability only and the forecast is calling for hail. Pretty car though. So there was a hole in the window and this is how our school decided to fix it. Yeah, higher ed does this too, especially in New York City. Duct tape and plywood everywhere. Grandpa 1, Trash Panda 0. Actually that's perfect. Like, this is simple and elegant and it's outside in an area of the yard that nobody's going to care about. Like, no, this is just good. Broke my spray bottle trigger. Turns out a 223. Bullet casing fits perfectly. It looks awesome too. But this plywood looked weird. Got closer. It's printer paper and scotch tape. Illusion 100. I got a heated pole now. Yep, that's okay, sure. That ought to do it. Oh my Jesus, I've seen this before and it's Terrifying. Local shop wanted $400 to use their coil compressor. What the hell? Boss said I could borrow the pony clamps as long as I brought them back. This works perfectly. The thing with rednecks just don't have functional fixedness, and that's a good thing. This guy who came to AutoZone today said he wrecked his 2 Priuses. Oh, we've seen this before. So he welded them, the non-wrecked parts together, and made a 6-door car. It's not a Prius limo because it's just 6 doors, which is the most disappointing part of this entire story. Rediscovered my first welding project while cleaning my truck. Socket pliers, patent that. We have a PS5 at home. The PS5 at home. $350. Just sitting here, eating popcorn, cell phone in hand with 911. Already punched in. It ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. This is how my friend's apartment maintenance man decided to hang the clothes rack. You know, there are receivers for that. Yeah, it's tube. Like, you could literally get a flange with the screws. You could get this threaded for free at Home Depot and get the screw-on thing and mount the screw-on thing to the wall. Redneck Cybertruck. Hey, you know what? This one actually exists. Got it on the road. Home alone, no help to replace the bottom washer. Oh no. Oh, good luck. My flight sim rig. I love flight sim rig. You know what? You know, every flight sim rig is lovely and precious and wonderful, and yours is perfect. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. My buddy's backyard urinal. I'm torn between why did you put this much effort into it, and also did you need a specific spot in the backyard to be your? If you're not gonna go into the house, like at that point, like why are you even pretending to have any organization on this? I'll just knock, thanks. Ring doorbell. Connect wires. Don't worry, it's just 12 volts. Just don't lick it. So the analog stick's head broke, and I end up gluing a cork from a wine bottle. I like it. That actually looks comfy as hell. I kind of want to try that now. Do you have blue automotive tape on your cable as well? My God. I kind of just want to send this person an Xbox 360 controller out of pity. Like, yeah. The ultimate redneck engineering from Russia. Russia is nothing but redneck engineering at this point. Wait, is that a concealed toilet? I can't decide if that's cool or not. That's kind of cool. That'll do for now, he said. That was 4 years ago. Good Lord. Oh, yeah, I support a lot of redneck engineering projects. I do not support those involving electricity, gas, or suspending anything at all. No, I don't trust gravity. Or rather, I trust gravity to win against a redneck. This counts, right? Oh, definitely. This is a cross between DIY and redneck engineering. Honk if crap is falling off, because I can't see. My dad's car's shock absorbers. Are those tennis ball? You know, I don't know the compression force of a tennis ball. I hope your dad has done the math on that. I'm not gonna think too hard about this beyond that, because it terrifies me. Especially above like 15 miles an hour. When the shoe fits. Okay, all right, that one's good. I like that. My local Elotero putting a shopping cart to good use. Okay, this must be a southwest thing. I do not know what an Elotero is, but I know enough to know that if it's coming out of a pot in a shopping cart that's been overly elaborately decorated and he's got a hat that big, it's gonna be damn good. Soap holder at my friend's house. What? Screws are not fences. Screws are. Get some sheet metal. Come on, even like a pipe or conduit or something. When you want to make sure you're social distancing from the other campers at the campground. Yes. My gas cap stopped closing properly, so I came up with a solution. Ah yes, the bathroom latch on anything that won't stay shut. The sound is a bit washed out. Get out. Shut up. Shut up, take your puns, and get out. When you forget your spoon at home. I have done this. I have literally done this. Not this exact way, mind you. I was fortunate enough to have a knife on me, because I always carry a knife. But yeah, I cut a spoon out of like that compressed cardboard stuff because I was really hungry and I didn't have a spoon and I had gotten food that required a spoon. Spotted this beauty at a Walmart. That is glorious. That is oh my God, that's a VW Beetle camper. Oh, I want it so bad. Stick fix. Okay, yes, good. Twig. I'm glad you found this. Where did you get the Taco Bell hot sauce? I can't find it anywhere. I have been looking everywhere for it. I can't tell if that's the hot sauce. It might be the red sauce. Either way, I can't find any of the Taco Bell sauces and I know they're for sale and I can't find them and it's making me very angry. That is all. And carry on with your twigs. 2-stroke death trap. $300 sold. Do you question life? 2-stroke converted go-kart. Converted from what? This thing screws. Take your life in your hands. Come take it off my hands before I die. If you want to cheat death, you need this. GPS said 20 97 miles, 1 inch off the ground. Yeehaw! To be fair, I have an electric scooter that is far too overpowered for its own damn good. And it'll go 31. I've been 31 on that thing, and it was about 2 or 3 inches off the ground, and you're standing, and it is a terrifying experience. The AC stopped working in the truck today, so we improvised. Works super well. Yeah, this is called a swamp cooler. Again, I actually built one of these in my first apartment because I couldn't afford an AC unit, but I could afford 4 disposable lasagna trays, a Tupperware bin. I already had a big computer fan lying around, and I had a freezer in my apartment. So I filled all the lasagna tins up with water, used them as cartridges to fit into the Tupperware bin, cut a vent in the front of the Tupperware bin, put the fan in the back pointing down so it would suck air in, blow it across the ice, and it would come out the vent. So I put that behind my monitor so that the cool air would come down and cool that little tiny area there. It works. They're called swamp coolers. They work. It's just evaporative coolers. Business in the front, party in the back, like a sweet mullet. What in the? What? That's a boat? Question mark? What is that? What was it originally? I think it was a boat, but the little sliding windows are glued to a Ford, whatever those were called, transits? I don't remember. That's glorious. I want to restore that. That's amazing. I was making a swing, good for you, and found out it works for motorcycles. Okay, I'm not sure which part of this you were serious about, but you know what has to happen now. Yep, you're gonna be spending tonight with your motorcycle. The Ford tank, yes. More vehicles need treads. I love how short it is too. It's the front half of a what, F-250? This little tiny tank, I want it so badly. I am a sucker for all the redneck vehicles. Few upgrades to the whip. Got a nice comfy dining room chair and doorknob set for the, the water spigot for the cooler. Foundation for my retirement home. If this is a pun, I will send you to, oh my God. Broke my glasses, lost my backups. Threw this together out of desperation. This looks like a prop out of Kingsman. I can't explain it. It just does. My brain is hurting from looking at this picture. PT, what in the? Okay, hang on. You got a PT Cruiser as a engine still there? Is that powering the thing? Did you take a front wheel drive vehicle, transmission and all, and stick it to the back of does the motorcycle have an engine? I'm so confused. How my uncle charges his laptop. Why? Just to be different? This only works if your laptop has a 12-volt power adapter, by the way. Don't do this. Jeep plus winch plus tree plus pool equals sweet summer zipline. What? Oh, okay, I see. All right, yeah, no, this is fine. Yeah, this is all right. Not that bad. My 96-year-old great-grandma was having trouble. Alrighty. Her apartment's AC vent blew directly into her eyes to the point she couldn't watch TV or read anymore. Yeah. I was about to suggest a cardboard vent cover to go over the vent and reverse the airflow direction. That'll do it. That's way fancier than anything I would have made, but good job. Yeah, if you shove a air conditioner unit through the porthole of a boat, it actually works pretty well. However, it'll basically dry out your eyes immediately because it's blowing directly down from above. So you get one of those clementine crates and you tape that to the ceiling of the cabin and it redirects the airflow and kind of dissipates it throughout the entire cabin, keeps the cabin nice and cool. I think what we've learned today is that yes, I am still a little bit redneck. Dogs own the truck. Hell yeah, brother. I drive. I love the dogs own the truck. I drive and pay for the gas. It's our way. Oh, all of them good boys. Bet that truck never gets broken into.
Fixed the downspout. You sure did. Flex Seal can do anything! I don't think it should be used to do anything, but here we are, of course it's Idaho. Nice, but I wonder who's driving around the rest of the truck and if they've noticed. Probably not at all. Found this fork in my brother's house and asked him why he had done it. Then he ran upstairs to grab his iPad. Genius. Genius, my man. 2021 jet kayak with a jet ski engine. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. I took a free broken laptop and hooked it up to a monitor. Used the monitor as the holder. Been using it daily for almost a year with no problems. Oh, use the monitor box as a holder, right? Yeah, okay. I just missed that part of the text entirely. I mean, you know what? If it works, it works. If you're getting use out of it, it's better than chucking it in your garbage bin like a lot of irresponsible people do when their electronic electronics die, take them to a recycling facility. I don't care if you have to pay a little bit of money to recycle something. Quit throwing laptops and electronics away in your garbage can. Alarm system. I mean, just hell yeah, dude. How to do laundry while living in a vehicle. Available programs. Off-road, highway, and city. I want to see this in action. Dude just cruised past me riding a lawn chair taped to an electric skateboard while vaping and blasting Jack Johnson. Now I'm questioning all my life choices. And you should. Seems like you could be a little more laid back like our friend here. Used a leaf blower and a funnel to inflate a pool. Actually worked fairly quickly. Sometimes you just gotta use that redneck ingenuity. My husband needed a server rack with good airflow, so he committed crimes against IKEA. I mean, it's just IKEA stuff. Who gives a shit, right? I mean, right? I'm bad for using whatever tool is handy as a hammer. Usually a crescent wrench. My husband learned a bit of welding and redneck engineered this for my birthday. I mean, honestly, why don't we start combining hammers with everything anyway? Got the lamps as taillights to boot, too. Oh my god. Who's laughing now? Not me right now. Now I need you to rescue me. My coworker made a magnetic broom to pick up metal from our parking lot, after another coworker got a nail in her tire. I have to say, it works very well. Well, what do you know? This man is before his time. I wouldn't say he's before his time. I'd say he's just a genius. Master Lock 100. That's probably more secure than just a master lock on its own. Found at a laundromat in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yes, you can still press the buttons. I love this. They probably wanted people to be able to press the buttons, but never, actually touch the remote and steal it. I don't know, man. It's stupid. This van blessed me with its presence at my place of work 2 years ago today. Hopefully it comes back someday. Found that on a German sub, text means emergency stop. Well, I guess. Whoever built this might have a PhD in redneck engineering. Or they're just an actual engineer that wanted to push their skills to the limits. My cousin said it cost $3,000 to move his mobile home. These motherfuckers spent $19.95 plus mileage. And for that weight though, dude. No, I'm sorry. No, that you bring that back to U-Haul and they're like, hey, why is my truck's suspension destroyed? Home Depot wanted 11 cents for a number 12 washer in a pack of 12. I only needed 4. I got out my drill and saved some serious money. We gotta stop making pennies, man. We just need to. Cheap and simple mount for my power socket remote control. Hell yeah, dude. That's actually genius as shit. A whole crapload of Amish guys moving a barn. Yep. All you need to move a barn is a few hundred strong-ass dudes. I made myself a second shower head. Good for you. Your move, NASA. Why is it NASA's why? Never underestimate a redneck. I mean, I don't underestimate real rednecks. You know, the real ones. I do underestimate the guys making $300,000 a year with lifted $95,000 trucks. Those aren't rednecks. Got tired of losing Nerf wars. Holy you're gonna kill somebody. Welcome to Brazilian engineering. Rules? There are no rules. Staircase? Nah. A giant saw. Guy got mad about the neighbor telling him his truck cap boat is illegal. He said, F you, I do what I want. Tell DNR to register this and flipped off my neighbor and continued to go fishing. I don't think the boat would be illegal if it floats. Can a boat be illegal, really? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Hey, you probably don't want to take that boat out on the lake right now. I'm gonna do what I want. Sinks. Oh no. Damn, that's a clean-ass duct tape paint job. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Local Chinese restaurant. The entire kitchen is walled off with plastic. There's a cardboard flap to pass money, and the box on the right acts as an airlock with 2 flaps to pass the food through. It's all plastic sheet, cardboard, and duct tape. Was this like a COVID thing they were doing? Because that's kind of hilarious. When you aren't ready to replace your dead bushes from the snowstorm and the HOA gives you a violation, you spend $4.98. Good as new! Not my photo. Gloss protective and... Oh, I see. When the crap gets clumping, you get jumping. Found this in the bathroom at work this morning. I mean, that's just a hilarious joke to leave in a bathroom. Ahoy! I humbly submit a photo from my redneck pirate ship build. Can I come for a ride? A gun is a tool of death. Give me one thing you do with it that doesn't have to do with killing and I'll accept your point. Well, there you go. A gun's so bad I use it to wipe my ass. Cut a pool noodle in half to make a comfortable armrest for the truck. I mean... Why not? Pool noodles seem to have a lot of uses outside of the pool. 2 Korean students made a raft out of potato chip bags to prove they have too much air in them. Yeah. Ways to prepare for a typhoon in the Philippines. I can totally understand that. Feast your eyes. My brother's gaming chair. Oh, that's great. Anti-theft protection. I mean, look, as a lot of old people have astutely pointed out, depending on where in the world you live, let's say the United States, you don't really need to lock up the shifter at all. No one's gonna know how to use it. My grandfather said he added a bathroom to the attic of his shop, but to check for spiders and wasps before using. Yes, that's a funnel. Yes, it goes through a hole in the wall, and yes, it rains down the outside corner of the building. Sure is a bathroom, more like a porta potty at that point. I must really be a redneck because I'm impressed as hell on this use of an old boat. I mean, it's better than some alternatives. For remote teaching without a document camera. Huh, weird. I mean, that's certainly some ingenuity. My 12-year-old son modified his bike with carpet for barefoot riding. There you go. Alexa, add problem-solving skills to my resume. Ooh, dude. Ooh. USB in a hotel room. I would have called the front desk and said, hey, are you trying to kill people? Landlord decided to turn down the heat today in my Minnesota apartment as it reached -40 degrees. But the idiot must have forgotten that he pays my electric and doesn't realize the value of my comfort over safety or energy conservation. No. This is a safety issue in general. Not you turning the fucking oven on and blowing the heat around. What I'm trying to say is, he's not thinking about your safety and turning your heat down if it's -40, dude. So you do what you need to do to not die, and then try to find some legal action against the landlord. Bought a used toy for my kids at a garage sale. I guess they didn't have any C batteries, but they did have an AA battery and a wood dowel. Wait, I'll be chillin' while all of y'all are sweating this season. Don't they actually, or haven't they actually made riding lawnmowers that do have, what's the term, cabins with air conditioning? Or was that just like a 1950s consumer electronics or popular mechanic, whatever the f*** you want to call it, dream, like a pipe dream? My dad sends me a picture whenever he uses the turkey fryer I bought him. Today he's seemingly cooking for the guys at his shop with the help of a 30... Oh, alright. Just so long as that turkey ain't frozen, it should be good. Self-feeding fire that lasts 14 hours. That is actually kind of cool, though, I gotta admit it. Alright, well, that's definitely some kind of ingenuity. Function over beauty. I wouldn't say that's super functional. Get the size right every time. It's beautiful. No one dared to ask his business. No one dared to make a slip. Damn, he really do have that big iron on his hip. Or, now hear me out on this one, you could just go buy a holster, and this would be a lot safer. Best joke in TV history is when Hank Hill struggles to remove the cap on a WD-40 and unholsters a second smaller can of WD-40 to lubricate it. That, my friend, unfortunately for you, is the second best joke in TV history. The first best joke in TV history is when Hank enters his living room reading the mail. Bills. Why do we keep getting Bill's mail?
Bills. Why do we keep getting Bill's mail?
Y'all, I cannot. I'm dying. With no water service, my sister just used their crawfish pot to melt snow and warm up the water in order to give the kids a bath tonight. What else are you gonna do? I mean, there's so much water out there on the ground, right? Come on. Found in a group called Stairs Designed by People Who Aren't Afraid to Die. But I still quite like how simple and cheap a solution it is. It is a simple and cheap solution, but yep, you're gonna die. Pallets aren't known for being indestructible. When you forget your drill, but you ain't got any quid in you, I guess. A couple just flagged me down, honking and waving. When I stopped, they told me I was about to lose my pipe wrench. I told them it was a step and it's welded on. They proclaimed me the king of the rednecks right there on the spot. I guess the dryer relay went bad. It runs when pushing start. It doesn't stay running. I fixed it, I just didn't repair it yet. Jesus. Steering wheel broke, needed to finish the yard. Thankfully, I now know how to drive a stick, quite literally, when you need a permit to build a deck but not to store a boat. Treadmill sander. This is a treadmill that I use as a sander. I installed a 100 grit sanding belt on it. It works great as a substitute for a drum sander or large belt sander. I use it to Jesus. Oh, why does that feel like something straight out of Saw or Final Destination? My driver making sure I get that AC in the back. Well, that's nice of them. Taped a napkin to my hand to avoid having to drag sweaty palms across my screen. You know what? Actually, my buddy Mike has figured out a solution for this a long time ago. I think you can get gloves for something like this, but what he does is he just buys a pack of generic jeweler's gloves, cuts a couple of the fingers off, I think the pinky and the index finger, or ring finger, excuse me, and there you go. It does the same thing, but you don't have to tape a napkin to your hand. Need to relocate your switch? Yes, I do. Just don't turn the pickups on. Yeah, please don't turn them on. Fixed hole in my exhaust with a baked bean tin. You sure did, buddy. Yeah. Installed my anti-tailgater device today. Now I just need to find something for the folks who cut me off. Oh, that's great. Don't know how you're gonna solve the other problem, though. I'm sure you'll figure it out. All the rednecks do.
Guy on the bottom better not move an inch. I'll be fine. I'm sure this is fine. Oh, there's a second letter. Oh, there's a third. Oh. I hope they're bonded. Chuck Jenga. Oh, dear God. Oh, no. Oh, there's so much wrong with this. This can't be in the US. Oh my God, it is in the US. I see a US license plate. Heavens above. No joystick? Not a problem. Outside of the value of this controller, which genius, this looks like a third party, like Mad Catsy thing, but I mean, it works. Did you know electrical tape can hold 140 PSI? For a short amount of time? I'm sure it can. Boot clamp, does this count? You know what, this counts, but honestly, it's not that bad, cause like, you're just clamping some wood for the gluing or some sort of, this isn't harming anyone. This isn't a crane. It's not about to kill someone. When the gas lever is broke, the Swiss comes in handy. Something the Victorinox knives are good for. I'm sorry, I had to. I own like 5 Leatherman, so yeah. Got pulled over for having broken plate lights. So I had to improvise on the spot. They'll pull you over for having broken plate lights? What the hell? Illinois. You're getting dangerously close to New York territory there. Lose a dial? A washer will do. How did you lose the dial to an air fryer? No, genuinely, how? Like, this works. It's fine. It'll fall out eventually. But like, what were you doing to this air fryer? Yeah, I wonder what the throttle does. I'm scared to find out. If clutch makes the water go down, then actually brake might make the water go up. So throttle might just eat you. When you run out of brackets, but you got some hinges lying around. I always wondered if you could do this, if you could use a hinge as a plate, and somebody's done it. I don't know how well it worked, but somebody's done it. A homemade car urinal. What in the? How long are your drives? Are you like a commercial driver or something? No, this is a Jeep. What? Well, they are in the Marines, so, you know, I claim no responsibility for any actions they take. Managing the keyboard stomper. Now, this is just good engineering, especially when you have whatever the hell is going on in the background. My friend's neighbor has this masterpiece. There's always one. There's always that one guy who takes their riding mower and mounts a toilet to it and rides it to the mailbox just because they want to show it off. Lost a screw cap for our air mattress. This was the 3rd bottle I tried. Oh, that's actually a really cool idea. No. You can get different flexibility of bottles and it would change like how springy the mattress would be because you'd have a little air reservoir. You could make the bed a bouncy house by like varying the air pressure. Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop now. Made a grapple hook at work. Batman, maybe I'll become a fabricator. Sarcastic. Yeah, I don't want to insult your fabricating ability. I'm not that great either, but why don't you leave that to the experts? Electric shaver broke, so I whipped up this bad boy. Sometimes my genius frightens me. I'm not sure if that's a Top Gear quote. What you've made there is a hole saw. Ripped my pants today, sewed them back up with MIG wire. That just seems uncomfortable. Like anytime you lean up against anything on your left side, you get like, I know it's flexible, but still. Discharge fire extinguisher converted into a mobile air horn. Why? By one of our coworkers for the sole purpose of sneaking up behind people and scaring the hell out of them. Okay, this looks like an automotive shop, and this is hilarious. But I think this is just like 2 notches too far. I know, I'm being a spoiled sport, but like, them things can be really freaking loud. If it's not that loud, then fine. But like, maybe if the pressure was low enough. I don't know, protect your hearing. Finally have the monitor mounted.
I have a very particular set of skills. I will find you, and I will kill you.
No more cold feet with my 3060 Ti. Actually a thing. No, I know people that have server racks in their homes, either for lab work or, you know, certifications, whatever, mining, etc. they divert the exhaust from the top of the rack out the window in the summer, and then in the winter, they just unhook it and point it back at, under their desk or wherever, because those things give off a ton of heat. I've designed data centers before, and you have to do a ton of calculations for thermal output of computers in general and balance it out with adequate cooling. So yeah, no, this is a great idea. Custom soundbar mount. You know what? Style points. This is fine. This is good. I love it, actually. The fact that you're using a license plate, which you're not supposed to keep, this is the stupidest thing ever, and you're using it to mount a soundbar. Perfection. Because your room needs ambience, and you don't use your colander that much. That makes an unreasonably pretty pattern. I'm mad at how well that works for the actual ceiling and walls. It looks ugly as hell from the lights picture, but like, that look is pretty. That makes me furious. I don't know why. Here's my buddy's Geomedro. Mudtro. Oh! Oh, he needs to get custom vinyl work done change the Metro to Mudtro. That is beautiful. Does it still have whatever those little 3-cylinder engines in it? I love this. I will always love the idea of tiny little cars perched on top of giant wheels. It's stupid and fun. Shut up, leave me alone. When your bicycle commute to work includes a water crossing. This is some like late 1980s, early 1990s grind set culture Time magazine article, I'm guaranteeing, on like some eccentric financial guy who like invented one particular type of money math and made lots of people imaginary money. And 10 years later, it turns out it was all a scam or something. But like, this was like the eccentric genius behind it all. Old glove turned into a neck guard. That's just a good idea. Protect yourself while you're welding or grinding or whatever you're doing. Never really had the patience for filing. Okay, I saw this and I actually really liked it. And I like talked about it with my dad-in-law because he wasn't sold on it originally, and then I showed him. This is a great idea. I hate filing. I really hate the sound, but on a speed control reciprocating saw, this would be fine. Genuinely. Like, as long as you're not going too hard. If you have a lot of filing to do and it's in tight spots where you can't get a grinder in, this is genius. I don't know if there are power filers. There might be, but I haven't seen them widely. So yeah, Lexi approved. Broken no more. I don't even know what is this? All right, you got a spanner. You have a bunch of pipe clamps. Holding on to, that's not a drive shaft, is it? No, it wouldn't click. I don't know what that is. And I'm a little worried about, it might be a sway bar. It's hard to tell. I can't see where anything is. I see there's a wheel here, but like, yeah, don't do this to a drive shaft, and please don't do it to a sway bar. My own ergonomic chair. I always want to do this with a flight chair. I fully endorse this. This is great. No, seriously, like just take a car seat and just like mount it to an office chair spinny bit. Best thing you can do. Blinds cord to bumping and tapping in the wind at night. Oh, no, not on my watch. Just put a sock on it. But then it still moves and you hear the sock like quietly thumping around, just waiting, watching. Always ready. Shower head plus handle broke. Works great now. Come on, you couldn't even get a pair of vice grips in there. You had to use a pair of... I'm sorry, did you use those pliers to fix the ocean? Because they are rusted as all hell. Oh, there's two posts. Oh, why is it all like zip tied together? Get a new shower head. Wanted to defreeze freezer. I think you mean defrost, but yes. Got tired to hold a blower. I mean, this is fine. You just set. I'm actually gonna call this out as not really engineering. You just put a heat gun on something that was the same height. Yeah, and you hope it's not gonna fall off and set the chair on fire. Customers came in looking for a throttle cable. It wasn't in stock, so one guy says to the other, "Looks like you're gonna have a fun day today." Then drove off with one sitting in the engine bay controlling the throttle by hand. Oh my Jesus Christ. Just sell them a piece of string at this point. Like, that's better than the guy sitting on the engine, manually throttling. Need a drain blocked? A plastic bottle cap works great. Keep the other end around to screw in and pull out once you're finished. Huh, that's a kind of cool thing. I didn't know they were exactly the same size. I'm really glad you kept the other end. Spotted this at my workplace. The tap is leaking. Someone fixed it. You know, as a temporary fix, that probably took 10 minutes. It's better than, screwing up the tile work and all that. Oh, you know what? Lexi approved. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Yes, but not that. Great portable camp table for Camp Chef burner/oven. Are those school desks? No, they're walkers. Oh my God, they're walkers. I mean, they're rated to handle, a couple 100 pounds each. I wouldn't use it indoors, but yeah, that works. Have a huge dent in your car? No problem. Just stick a basketball hooked up to an air compressor between the panels. The result is a slightly less dented car. I mean, it now looks like you accidentally hit one of those poles in a parking lot instead of another car, so an improvement. iPhone fix. I see we're using the term fix very loosely here. Redneck PC. Cases are for amateurs. Needed a red pen to grade finals, but only replacement cartridge I had was too short for my pen. Shelf peg fit just right. I love this. This is so tiny, but perfect. So subtle. It's perfect. This car battery charging contraption in Budapest, Hungary. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Yeah, I was right to be scared. What in the name of... No, I'm not even gonna analyze this because I'm gonna walk away before it explodes. The wife and I were tearing down a wall and saw this iPhone 5 box being used as a fan control. Yet completely drywalled, so you couldn't tell. Oh my God. They drywalled it in. So these fan controllers are usually battery powered, so like it doesn't pose any actual electrical risk. So this is 100% A+ grade for me. This is amazing. Drivers in New York are using leaf magnets to block their license plates to avoid paying tolls. Yep. Mud is also really popular. They used to have clear glass looking things you put over your license plate that were super reflective when the flash went off. For those that aren't aware, there's a bunch of tolls for major roads in New York City, and there are cameras that take a picture of your license plate and either charge it to your EasyPass account or send you a bill. But if they can't get your license plate, they can't send you a bill. Bike rack. It doesn't look like a very expensive bike. That's all I got. And a rain cap to top it all off. Why is it turned? Like, it's not for ground clearance, why is it this long? Are you tuning? Did you tune like the exhaust to a specific pitch? Are you one of those people? I needed a better way to aim guns in virtual reality. Actually, I think this is genius. The PS Move for PS3 had this gun looking attachment thing that was like an SMG. I thought that was the best thing ever, and I think it actually like vibrated and stuff with specific games. I always wanted it, but I was in college and could not afford it. When you see it, just say, got it. Don't spoil it for the rest. Well, unfortunately, this is EmKay, and if I just say got it, won't be most of the post reading, but I'll give you all a hint.
Those taillights contain leftovers.
What is this for? A combine, maybe? A weird snacks thing? I got nothing. I have no idea what that's for. I think it's some sort of sifter because there's ridges. But there's nothing to catch the sifted. I don't know. I don't know. Car phone! Oh my God, the plunger's probably about the same price as one of those cheap mounts. Whatever he's trying to fix, is it worth it? Just one small move. It's not worth it. It's genuinely, just stop, oh my God, it goes all the way across the room. Oh. And the stairs go down. Oh God. So, okay, I love redneck engineering. In the cases where it doesn't put you or others at danger, and you can be in a small amount of danger, because if you do it, it's your fault. But don't put others in danger, and don't do really stupid things like this. My cousin, $13.99 for a light switch extender for kids. Nah, I got some scrap. Okay, I didn't know light switch extenders were a thing. That's cool, especially because code requires electrical stuff to be at 48 inches now in bathrooms and stuff. So, yeah, didn't think of that. But I will also just send your family like a Hue bulb and a wireless switch for it so that this abomination doesn't have to be in your bathroom. NSFW, pressure switch not triggering properly. Turns out the next shop had a product that could fix that. That's a very specific fix that requires a very specific knowledge of a very specific catalog of products, and I applaud that. Good job. Well done. Provides a parking spot for an infrequently used vehicle or permanent parking for a half-hour skilled driver. I love that you built this. I love how much effort went into it. I have to question why you don't just park it on the grass. And I get it, some people don't like to park in their lawns and stuff because their lawns are... But I mean, no offense. You're in what looks like the woods. Your lawn is not. This is not lush greens. Actually, this is really old, so you may not have built it. Whoever built this, just park your vehicle on the grass. It's fine. Gonna be okay. Breathe. Did someone say they need a snowplow? And Mr. Plow would be proud. Wait. No, this would be a really good idea if forklifts had any traction. This This is a great idea until you think about the fact that a smooth-tired forklift in snow and icy conditions would just be the worst thing. Effective spool balancer. Okay, this is, I almost approved, but is that a knife? Wait, no, it's a sword. It's a sword. Okay, it's double approved. Never mind. We're good. Hey, I have that table. This is a nightmare, but also a really good setup, you know? It's fine. Steel beam climbers. That actually, I mean, the idea isn't terrible. I mean, it's bad, but it's not terrible, depending on how high you're going. But that also just looks like it would really hurt your ankles because you're like pushing forward into the beam at all times. I don't know though. Kind of want to try this, like up to like 10 feet off the ground and then I'd come back down. Daughter made OP a controller holder. It's a box filled with stones. Aww. Wait, does it have a little hand drawn? With the plastic Q-tips and the little, oh, that's just wholesome. This is wholesome engineering. We need a new subreddit for wholesome engineering. I love this. Not going to let a broken pizza cutter stop me from cutting pizza. There's the vice grips. I knew they'd be somewhere in here. I'm surprised that the handle gave out before the rivet did, because the rivets always get so loose that it's not even a straight cut anymore. Spotted at my local grocery store. What in the hell did... You see, this is why I was confused when I moved to New York and there were vehicle inspections, which I still don't support. But I grew up in Florida. You would see some, not this bad, but some stuff like this. And it would just like be a thing. It'd be like their car broke and they couldn't afford to fix it the normal way. So they fixed it that way and now they can keep driving. Ta-da! And I think people should be able to do that. Extension cord holder. Absolutely the frack knot. No. No. Dear God, no. DIY tensioners. Fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. This one's not that bad, mainly because I think they'll break before the chains. Well, you're fine. Gotta fill that bucket. Hey, this is a good idea. Genuine, like this is fine. Like it's just a couple of water bottles. Especially if you're doing this like a bunch of times for some sort of project and stuff, you don't have a bigger outlet, perfectly fine. I lived in an apartment. I know how much of a pain it was to like fill large containers of water. Broken toe dog step protector. That wasn't a sentence. I got 6 of them running around. Broken toe dog step. Oh, you broke your toe and your did you steel toe your shoes? Is that what you're trying to get at? I don't know what the dog part is. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm being done. I'm sorry. Turned an old trampoline into a greenhouse. That's genuinely impressive. That's a lot of work. That like you did not have to put all of that work. You could have just gone to Home Depot and gotten some tarps and stuff, or a tent, and you went above and beyond. And the end product looks good. Like this looks perfectly serviceable. I love it. Good job. Lexi approved. Replaced my broken fridge tray. I'm actually pretty proud of this. I know where you got that piece in the front. Those pieces are from the Husky industrial shelving from Home Depot, because I have the exact same thing. And honestly, it works, and it's level, I think, and it's the same dimensions. This works. This is good. Good job. You should be proud of this. See, redneck engineering should be used for good or for chaos that doesn't kill anyone. And this is for good, and it doesn't kill anyone either. Chopstick plus 2 rubber bands equals all the toothpaste in the tube. Oh, I feel very stupid now. Let me explain. In first grade, I got first place in the invention convention, because of course I did, I was a nerd. And like 3rd place in the state for a device that would get toothpaste onto toothbrushes for people that had mobility problems or like only one hand, etc. And this is a much simpler version of what, although this doesn't hold the toothbrush in place. Mine held the toothbrush in place. Put the toothbrush in, you cranked the thing and then pulled it back out. But still, this is a much simpler solution to half of my invention. And again, I was in 1st grade, so I'm gonna give myself some slack. None of that was necessary, but you got all of it.
I present to you the Mullet Mobile. Okay, let's be honest, that's sick as hell, okay? If I were like going to the Oscars or something like that, I'd have this dude drive me up. I'll be sitting in that bed like a king. Peanut butter jar lamp scratched up to soften light with 1-watt LED bulb. I guess. Reduce, reuse, recycle? Entry-level redneck engineering. Well, that's just gonna fly right out when you're on the highway, right? There's no way. The new Mad Max is being filmed in Alaska. Oh, I thought you were being serious for a moment. Good God. Nice custom job, my guy. At least it may work. Well, maybe. Well, they drove past a U-Haul, saw the ad that said any car can tow, and then took that very seriously. The cement-filled barrel used as a counterweight. If it's stupid and works, it can't be that stupid. Old battery life was like 30 seconds. This is now on for a month and still working. God damn. Okay. The ingenuity is off the charts today. I know it's redneck engineering, but still. Reused a broken USB drive to fix a broken mouse cord. How do you people do this stuff? We call it redneck engineering, but in reality, it's just, wow, you're smarter than I am. The coolinator chair. Hey, look. Again, I'm going to be saying it a lot. Does it work? That's pretty sick. Although I imagine those would get very loud. Witnessed this setup to deal with roof leaks at my local Old Navy. Well, honestly, though, that could be way dumber. I mean, imagine if they'd literally just put the buckets underneath a drip. You're gonna get water everywhere still with how tall those ceilings are. They're making sure no water gets down, huh? Homemade contour gauge for a flooring object? Okay, wait. This mofo might be onto something, right? Found this in my school. Does this count as redneck engineering? Wow. Yeah. I think this is the true spirit of redneck engineering right here. They really just couldn't reconnect it, right? I'm confused. My neighbor made this snow plow to clear his driveway. What the f am I looking at here? New house came with a custom Lego doorbell. Never get rid of it. It will always oh, come on. That's some nice cooling system you got there. Honestly, I have always wondered how efficient it would be, especially during the winter. Make sure you got some filters in these freaking intakes and outtakes. I have wondered how efficient it would really be to hook up the intake fans to, say, the ice-cold air outside and turn that into heat for your room when you're gaming, you know? Like, that would have to be kind of good, right? Probably not. I'm crazy. No idea what this is, but oh boy, the neighbors are gonna hate when I buy it. Oh, you're one of those neighbors. Gotcha. Just a bit of extra room. Oh my good God. You know, props to people for making an extension this large that honestly doesn't look that messed up. It truly doesn't look as terrible as it should. It's not great, but I'm still impressed. Buddy found this in one of his units. That's new, I must say. Tailgate? Nah, it's a door now. Oh, I've seen this one a lot. This one is awful. Good Lord. This put a quick stop to the guys who were carelessly dribbling on the floor of our office restroom. Nice. Once they figure out it's fake, though, it's over. They're gonna start pissing on the floor again like children. I made a Dance Dance Revolution pad for my PS2, and it worked. Damn, okay. Save some gals for the rest of us, all right? No, that is sick, though. I don't know how you do that, but damn. It's an emotional goodbye to these lovely handmade laptop stands that have served me so loyally for the past 2 years. Goodbye, Whiska's laptop. That's actually sick, though. I mean, honestly, work with what you got. These people, way smarter than me. I'd just go, what do I do? Nah, these people are ingenious, okay? Me stupid, they clever. Pencil sharpener. Well, that is one way to do it. Ain't no lie. It's a little complicated, though, a little tedious, but you got the spirit. What in the Facebook marketplace? Duh. How much are they selling it for? Let me guess, $20,000, no lowballs, they know what they got. My record player had issues with skipping, but this seemed to solve it. That's not smart. I wouldn't, the way they repaired this telephone pole outside of my work. That's what they call a repair? Can this even be considered a porch or a deck? I don't know what the hell that could be considered. Dude, at that point, get rid of the door or give it some stairs. I need to pull over. My mirror is at 2%. Yeah, that's the type of fix you use one time to go get it repaired, right? That's not something you just leave there. Daughter was missing a little reach on her new tricycle. She's smarter than I am. I know she didn't do this herself. You know what never mind. Fixed my glasses frame for now until I get it fixed for real. Why not just keep it that way? Seriously, the more messed up your glasses appear to be and the more self-repaired they clearly are, the more magical you will become. Eventually, you'll become a wizard of books and knowledge, right? You'll be that kooky bookstore owner or crazy librarian that helps a child on his dragon quest or some crap like that. Master level redneck. Damn, that is, I gotta zoom in here real quick. Wow, that's something, all right. I gotta admit. My dad's setting up the rental car. What? Okay. Doesn't have Apple CarPlay, I guess. Unfortunate. Someone on Discord shared their repair. Oh my god. Sure, man. I found on Facebook Marketplace. $1,100? I'm sorry, dude. I can see how you would think it's worth some money, like, I put this piece of shit together with spare garbage. How about $100? Totally fair. But, man, you marked it down from $1,500? I don't know what they do make bikes like this. I've seen them before. You can rent them at hotels and resorts and whatnot. No way in hell that even the good ones would they probably cost like $10,000 if I'm being completely fair with you, but no, come on. It's grounded, all right. Oh my actual Christ. Feast your eyes. My brother's gaming chair. Oh, can your brother clean up a little bit more? Maybe wash the pillow? This is a new chair at my school. That is not new. Absolutely not. My current setup is I wait for Reddit to explain to me how to get Sawzall out of a tree. Oh, the hell'd you do? Rate my setup. Okay, this is definitely interesting. Left-handed, even more interesting, because the left-handed people just don't exist. They're not real, remember? They're not real. We've talked about this. But I do love how you have this little piece suspended from the damn windowsill. That's amazing. Good on you, though, dude, for real. You might want to tidy up the room a little bit more. You kind of got shit everywhere. That's just me, though. That's coming from me. My place is always squeaky clean aside from dust because you can't do anything about dust. A makeshift go-kart, fun for the whole family. I'll be real with you. I always wanted to make a go-kart. I thought that would be really fun back when I was a kid. However, I wouldn't make one that has the stability of a goddamn unicycle. Bed too short? Here at Billy Bob's Customs, we've got you covered. Oh my God. I've been on the rant before that modern trucks are garbage and their beds can't carry jack shit. They can tow. Oh, they can tow, for sure. For days, dude, no problem. But a bed that's like 4 feet long, hell, even 5 feet long, unacceptable. If it's not at minimum 6 feet, I don't want your truck. I'll get a minivan. Same damn thing. Indonesia engineering. How secure is that really? I hope this counts. I snapped this picture at my local auto garage and the owner was quite proud. Oh my God. Look, I can see why the owner would be proud, but I would not get on that thing. One turn that's a little too tight and oops. Marketplace never lets me down. A 2023 Ford Bombardier Snowcat. No. Modern problems require modern solutions. That is a solution. I'll give you that. Blurst parking space. That's pretty funny, though. That wasn't Redneckengineer. That was seriously custom made. One lighter is out of spark and the other's out of gas. Combine the two and what do you got? I am rarely speechless. What the hell am I looking at? Is that supposed to be a smoker or something like that? What? Spent 22 long rifle, is that right? Casings work perfect when you run out of butt connectors. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Cat kept kicking his splint off. Problem redneck resolved. Wait, it's the Carolina squat that really ties the look together. What's a Carolina squat? Is that just where they lower the suspension on the rear? Because it sure do look dumb as hell. But hey, look at the truck bed. That's better. Couldn't find the sanding block, but did find the staple gun. Well, that's fine though. I don't see the problem with this. Honestly, smart. Anti-theft device. I guess, yeah. But if they're really, truly gonna steal a rig this large, I don't think they give a shit about the wooden block. No fork, no prob. Carpenter chopsticks. I don't know about that. There's a lot of graphite in those tubes of wood. I don't think that they're gonna harm you, but, you know. The piece of an eraser that I cut to fit my window switch so my dog would stop randomly rolling down the window. But that's smart, though. Actually, you know what else is smart? The driver has a window lock function button. I'm pretty sure every car with electric windows for the past, 25 years has had a window lock, where only you can control all of the windows, but it turns off all the other switches? So that's one way? Secret garage door switch on my client's house? Oh, that looks a little f***ed up. Yeah. Me and my friend make this the Jankmobile. You mean made this? With brakes that are worse than the current school system and a Toyota Tacoma Performance Air intake duct taped onto it. But that seems sick as hell, and I wouldn't mind giving it a go. It's better than that last go-kart we saw. My friend needed a temporary bridge for his base, and Legos did the trick. That's kinda sick, though. The fact that it worked even for a moment. Redneckengineering at a Thai restaurant in Florida. Oh, feast your eyes on this Florida beauty. Holy hell, there's no way a cop wouldn't pull this guy over. No way that he would get pulled over and they're like, all right, go on, I guess. That's gonna kill somebody. It's not gonna endanger them, it's gonna kill someone else. It's like that Top Gear episode where they made their own caravans. Just because you can weld a thing doesn't mean you should weld a thing. Oh god, it's another one of these. This one's a lot dirtier than that first one. That Land Rover or whatever we saw. This can't be up to code. You are 100% right. There is no way that it is. And someone should probably report it? All hail Jethro, the third king of the trailer park. I mean, kind of sick though. Ball joint on the mower gave out, and I remembered I had trampoline springs in the shed. Again, y'all are a lot smarter than me. I would have to go, now I gotta wait 3 weeks for a guy to come out and fix it, or go buy a new one. Plumber can't fix our tub drain until Monday. But the downstairs drain works, and the laundry chute's right there. Turns out a 3/4-inch garden hose siphons water out at the same rate our shower head puts in. Again, you just smarter than I am. Found on Marketplace. I'd whip it. Dude, that's sick as hell though. Rolling up to the red carpet in this beast? Yes, please. I thought the good people of Reddit needed to see this beauty. I spotted frequenting the trap house on my block. Best description of make and model wins. Ooh, okay, let's see. This is, it's gorgeous. You see, judging from its build, I would assume it's an early 2000s Mustang of some kind, maybe? That was in super, super terrible cosmetic shape, but it ran, so the guy got it working as best he could, and here we are. I'm probably wrong, it could be like a 90s Ford Taurus that got destroyed. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I assume it's a Ford of some kind from the late 90s.
Egg beater just broke.
And I want French toast.
Look, I love French toast so freaking much, but I know better than the cook because that results in property damage. I see no problem with this. A mixer is basically just a really domestic drill. This used to be a Land Rover Defender. How dare you? How dare you defile a classic? I love the Defender 90 and 110 so much. And these people turned it into a wicker basket Cybertruck. Have to be quiet while late night gaming? Okay. This is so timely because I'm not kidding. Some company just announced, I think it was at CES, what is essentially a gamer muzzle, which is a microphone that it straps to your face and it looks like a cone. It looks like it's this concept, but like taken seriously. And it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But it's for this exact thing, so you can game late at night or in a small apartment. Toilet flush in a hotel. Okay, I have to admire this because instead of replacing like a $13 handle assembly, which I don't know how to do, but my wife does handiwork stuff. She can replace one in like 5 minutes. They got ceramic drill bits out, drilled through the tile, mounted this L bracket, put a spring on, and then mounted that to the handle. You put so much engineering into this. I'm impressed, but you just made it harder on yourself. Well, those are certainly brake lights. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm used to seeing in Florida, and this is why when I moved to New York, I was cackling at the fact that there were vehicle inspections, because like, apparently New York is too good for this. Yellow jacket trap. There are about 6 of these across the front of the strip mall. This is fine. If it's catching them and it's, cheap and easy to just chuck, because like, you're not gonna clean that out. Nobody's gonna clean that. You just attach it with magnets or something and then you throw the whole jar out. Spotted on the way to Walmart. All right, that's a little extreme, but good on you for the ingenuity. God's real perfect car. The Orange Monster Mustang. Iowan made. I used to pass this almost daily. Okay, the 1969 to 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1s are the top 5 cars. I love them. They're beautiful. Besides the fact that this one looks like Chester Cheetah rubbed up against it and then it was dipped in Tang, this with the giant mud flaps and the monster, it's just so beautiful. It looks like it's ready to go thrash in a desert, run an abandoned airfield. Oh, it's Iowa. It's a cornfield. I don't know. My Gramps crafted himself a custom mechanics chair. All right, well, the top looks pretty normal. The bottom's I like the idea. It's a great idea on paper. I just want to make sure the 2 dollies are attached somehow, because otherwise I don't want them to go spinning off in opposite directions. And Gramps ended up needing another hip replacement. I had an emergency need for dress socks. That is extremely specific. I've considered doing this though, after like slushy winters in New York, but I was also afraid of like overheating the dryer. So I'm glad you tried it. I'm glad it didn't end in fire, as far as we know. I fixed it. Good as new. Okay, it did actually take me a solid 3 seconds to figure out where the redneck engineering was. Did you just wrap it in tinfoil or did you make a handle out of tinfoil? Because these are two very different strategies. I have no idea what's happening. All right, well, let's start at the back. We got an original model Cherokee with the replacement panel with bullet holes. I don't know. A wheel as straight as Richard Simmons. At least the roof rack looks secure. Bluey's body is in the front seat. And oh my God, it's a trailer. What is this? Fat and broke with leatherworking tools? Use a circular chainsaw file to create new notches in a leather belt. That'll do it. Actually, an $8 set of Stanley tools that has survived with me for like 15 years. In my first apartment, I got a belt. It was like 12 bucks. I had like 20 bucks in my bank account. It was too big. I took that all and I just kept going at the belt until the freaking hole was made and I could actually use it. I kept breaking handles on my old trenching shovel. I don't think I can break this one. No, I think that'll do it. I think I'll probably bend the shovel before you break the handle. Hammer that someone made at my job. Every tool is a hammer if you try hard enough. Oh wow, that's actually pretty good. That resembles a... Yeah, you know, that's a lot better than I was expecting. Every year, we barbecue during Christmas and New Year's Eve in our fireplace. Oh, I guess that's okay as long as it's, you know, I don't know anything about what kind of fireplace it is, but I like this. This is fine. The Heated Outhouse. Rednecks, Hillbillies, and Trailer Park Trash. This is the weirdest magazine cover I've ever seen. My Chromecast was overheating. Genuinely see nothing wrong with this. Like, apply a heatsink. You had 2 heatsinks that were perfectly sized. Did you use enough thermal paste? When the padlock don't fit! What abomination have you made? Question 2, what kind of padlock is supposed to fit on this thing? Unless it's just like a security lockout or something. I don't know, but that's hilarious and amazing. Well done. Aluminium foil. Yeah, I said it. Used as wrapping paper. No, it's gorgeous. I actually really like it, but no, you know how expensive that is? Actually, I don't know. 99-cent tube of wrapping paper versus wrapping it in aluminum foil. For a present that big, you're on the fence there. God's Perfect Corvette. Brought to you by an Ontario redneck. Okay, wait. Is the subgenre of sports cars with giant tires and lifted suspensions called God's Perfect? Can I go Google like God's Perfect DeLorean, God's Perfect Miata, and God's Perfect Countach? Because I will, and I will be very happy, and I probably won't finish this episode, so I should probably get back on track. Power was out and had to charge phone. I'm calling BS on this one. Unless you are disconnecting and reconnecting those wires back and forth 60 times a second, that is DC. You have provided it with 117 volts, close, of DC electricity. But it needs to be AC if you're gonna use an AC adapter. You can get voltage boosters and use 2 AA's to give your phone a very minimal charge, or 4 and a little bit of circuitry to give it, you know, a decent... That exists. This is not that. Good place for a toolbox. Oh, that is amazing. No, I like this. This is great. New York and Pennsylvania probably wouldn't like it though because of the effects. No door handle? Just grab the plastic fork. The what? I'm more impressed that actually is held up for this long because I would have thought it would, you know, snap, UV light and all that. Good job. If it works, it works. The plow truck was overheating. Yeah, I was about to say, you're pushing snow. Usually pretty cold. Shouldn't be too hard to get cold air into the engine. Actually pretty neat. Whoa. That is rad. No, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm already impressed by this, but I so wish that it had like a helmet or faceplate or something that like clamped down like a grill, and then you could open it to feed the fire. Oh, that's so cool. Bro pulled up on the tumble dry setting. Oh, that's such a stupid joke, but it's really funny. When you can't reach that bolt hole, that'll do it. Did this exact thing for a golf cart we were installing a radio in. I just taped the screw to the end of my finger, reached through the cup holder slot thing inside the dash, and just poked it until it finally bit. Gotta do what you gotta do. Ready for winter. All right, we've seen this guy enough times. However, it's still super cute. It's the Kirby of improvised snowplows, and I will love it forever. City repaired this sidewalk access cover with a street sign. Hey, did y'all fix that hole in the sidewalk? No. That's one way to replace a clock. No, tape a new one on top. Rice cooker turns off too early. Rube Goldberg would be proud. Installed heated grips for my morning ride. Does it look okay? Not OC, but thought it fit here. Yeah, I was like, wow, that'd be a lot of electrical stuff. I hope they didn't do anything unsafe. Nope, they just zip tied warming pack to the... You know, my hands are always cold on my bike. I kind of want to try this. A PC that you can roll anywhere. Get out. My bedroom's door handle. I'm glad it works, but that would annoy me to no end. Like, get a real door handle from somewhere. Rust mitigation, check. Oh, the Department of Transportation gonna be really happy about the fact that those license plates never turned up again. Found this at a garage sale for 20 bucks, but when I asked the older gentleman selling it what it was, he just said,
It's very loud.
and chuckled to himself. You got that for 20 bucks? Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Oh, that's amazing. Need an electric sander for a flooring project. My dad. If OSHA stops by, you didn't get this from me. This looks concerningly like something I rigged up in high school. It was a drum sander, but same idea and almost the same drill. It was something ancient I found in the attic. Only one toothpick saves my GPU from permanent death. It won't. There's teeth on the inside of the PCI. I know nobody wants a computer explanation. Too bad you're getting one. There's teeth on the inside ridge of the PCI slot, so there's still a little bit of force exerted by the card's backplate. It's fine. But yeah, steal a screw from one of your other cards, like a lighter one, or just plug in an empty DVI cable as well, and that'll help support it. I mean, it's better than driving the scooter with a baby in your lap with the what? I mean, kid trailers exist. Oh, that's a playpen. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, that is not. Actually, I'll rewind this for a second. If this is like at a if you don't have the kid inside it at the time, and you're just moving a playpen around a campsite, I can see that. I have a much younger brother. That would make sense as long as it's stationary while there are kids inside, but dear God, do not. God, do not. Scrambling to get my exterior faucets covered. Yep, that'll do. Just keep it warm. I like good big R's headphones and go hard at work. These ain't going anywhere now. Oh my God, the number of times I've thought about trying to rig up something for this, but not wanting to ruin my headphones. For those unaware, this is the insert to like a safety helmet. The one it's usually required in most construction and industrial areas. So it's attached to the insert for it, and then you put the helmet on top of all of that, and then you can have regular headphones. I totally approve. Actually, there's no real need for a caulk gun ever again if you happen to have these items lying around the garage or shed. Works pretty much exactly like an actual caulk gun. I mean, you're not wrong. It's a little bit more trouble, and it's not that expensive to just get a caulk gun, but hey, you know, you want to do it that way, go for it. Smelly room, dryer sheets, or fix the source of the smell. Okay. But yes, I remember people doing this in college. I didn't go in those rooms again. But walk in your room and it smells like bounce. I'm worried about all the things I'm not smelling, and I'm just gonna leave. If it fits, it ships. I like the tiny little deck here. Like, it's just big enough for like a tiny grill or a very enthusiastic skateboard. Shower beer. Shower what? Didn't we see this in like the first Redneckengineering? I'm mad that this is working this well for you. Trapped on the other side of a push door? Tape can handle that. Oh dear God. I'm glad it didn't latch or anything. JNR Music and Technology World, which is a store in New York that I think closed down. They used to give you tape handles. If you had a big item, I got my steering wheel from there, and they slapped this white thing on there and pulled on it, and a little handle popped up, and it like just stuck to the box, and you just carried the thing home with the white plastic tape handle. It was the coolest thing ever. Sign secure. You know, after they rigged that up, they patted it and said, yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Friend of mine made phone case with an integrated heatsink for his mobile phone, so it won't get too hot when playing BTD6. I had to look up BTD6. It is a tower defense game, which is why I immediately just deleted it from my brain. I can't tell what the actual conductive material is, because I see some washers or something here. Do you have a thermal pad under this? Is this all? I can't tell. I'm sure it's much cooler than the photo shows. When your clutch is too slippery from snow, that'll give you some grip. Yeah, that'll do it. Got tired of my kid calling out all through the night for drinks. Boom, best $10 I ever spent. While you aren't wrong in your logical reasoning, a sippy cup would have done. Or like one of those water bottles that are anti-spill, the Cortigo ones with the button. Yeah, instead of a pet water feeder. Toaster spring lock broke, but a metal water bottle in a Kroger bag seems to be the perfect counterweight. Now just have to watch and make sure it doesn't burn down the house. Yeah, that would be the problem. I'm glad you recognized the flaw in this plan. Woke up from a nap to my screw missing. Use 2 staples. Yeah, staples next to your eye. That seems fine. Trunk won't stay shut? Simple fix. A classic bungee cord to tow point. Good job. Don't tell me I need some fancy orange boat. I'm pretty sure that's a fertilizer container. But hey, you have fun with your multi-fishing. Duct tape plus map equals fender. Did that actually happen at one point? Oh, I love that. That makes me so happy. Mom, the knob of the crock pot is missing. No problem. Crisis averted. That is, well, this is over-engineered. This is beautiful. That's a one-of-a-kind crockpot now. When you don't listen to your parents when they tell you to keep the music down. Oh, wow. I would have just gone in and disabled the volume knob or made it like, only give a certain amount of resistance. You just installed a hardware limiter. Alrighty then. Shame that it can be defeated with a Phillips head screwdriver. Tesla with backup power. Please tell me it's a generator. Please. Yes, it's a generator. I'm not kidding. I love EVs, but I think at least for like the next 5 to 10 years, they should all have a small emergency generator just on board that still takes gas, so you can at least get a base charge back, because there's just not enough charging stations yet. Definitely some out of the box thinking. Is that a safe door? Oh no, it's a washing. Okay, we were doing washing machines as computer desks, and now we're doing washing machines as bathroom doors with tile and everything. What? Stop. Whatever this is. That is a pink Yugo tank built by somebody who's very proud of himself, as he should be. That's awesome. Didn't have electrical tape, so I used a straw and hair ties. Yeah, that won't melt or anything.
Tim the Toolman grunting noises.
Oh God. Oh no. No. There is no need to put NOS on your chainsaw. Please, dear God, no. No stores around me had any spigot insulators in stock, so I had to improvise. We're expecting 9 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. Also, there is a Carhartt beanie inside the cup. Yeti is supposed to keep it like the same temperature for 24 hours or whatever, so should work just fine. New tool day. A henchachet. Not bad. Trash bag belt. Bad. Just bad. Minimalist Christmas tree. The Charlie Brown tree grew up, and it's still pitiful. How? Determination, stubbornness, a decent amount of engineering knowledge, usually gained through experience, not education, and probably a concerning amount of alcohol. Cold, drafty house, tuck point with plastic bags and butter knife. I mean, it'll do, especially if you're not gonna use that door. Hey, I had that blanket.
Most advanced parking sensing system. Mitigates and avoids car crashes. I don't think it avoids car crashes. You've heard of Bigfoot? I give you Longfoot. I don't like, oh my God. I'm not kidding. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. But this is the extreme. You guys have heard me rant about truck beds here before. I don't want to rant about one that's too useful now, do I? Oh my God, it's a limo. I love it. Does this count? Yeah? How much money did that really save them? I know they make attachments for stuff like that, don't they? Mobile home found in Indianapolis. The man is homeless, is what you're telling me. And he has to live in that. Is that where we're at now? Because I give you a dually bug? Duh. Oh, I see what you're talking about. I see what you're saying. Woo, that beetle has an ass. Muffler hanger broke off, so I fixed it the cheapest way I knew how. Well, if it works, right? That's no big D. My granddad's coffee warmer. Would that not get too hot? Well, I guess not, right? Weird. Got some caps for my nubs. That feels like it would have to be supremely uncomfortable, right? Why buy a lift when you can make one? I think we all know why. Are you kidding me? How much does an engine block weigh? Like 800 pounds? Probably more? Okay, maybe not even that heavy. I don't know. I've never done this before. But I wouldn't trust a homemade wooden lift. Doesn't seem right. Also, does anybody bother to pick up all the goddamn disgusting garbage that's like right around their crap when the fence is falling over? I've seen worse than this though, honestly. I've seen people go on the other side of the fence, provided they can, and just prop it up with a board. Tired of my door swinging open on its own. You actually might be one of the smartest people I've ever seen. I never once thought about that. Holy crap, I love you. I need one pair of scissors to stay where I can find them, so I attach them to a retractable tether. Again, some of you people are thinking 1,000 years ahead of the rest of us. I really like this solution. One is a floater pair. And then one of them is, well, like this. It's tethered. You'll always know where it is. Car body patch from grocery bag. Well, now you don't have a reusable bag anymore, do ya? Missing the piece of a shelf, so I used a pencil? I wonder how long that'll last. Pencils are not strong, right? Couldn't you have just used a pen? You know, similar size, a little bit stronger? Few upgrades to the whip, yo. Are these upgrades? I can't even imagine how awful it would be trying to drive a car while in a wooden dining chair. Super glue and Play-Doh air mattress patch? I hate air mattresses. So wasteful. And I don't know how long this is gonna work. We got the new pool heater going. See? Like, I wouldn't think about stuff like this. This is incredibly stupid. But I wouldn't think about stuff like this, right? PVC pipe shower. You know, I'm thoroughly convinced. I'm convinced that whoever thinks like this might be the leaders of the new free world. Someday. Repaired the fridge at work with some extra bungee I had. You know, that might actually be slightly more convenient than the rigid shelving. Because, you know, if something doesn't perfectly fit, the bungee cord's not going to let it fall off if it's a little too wide, right? Redneck high-rise. Nope. Absolutely not. Redneck roadster. Okay, let's see. Okay. You know what? No, never mind. This isn't something I'd want to ride on. Feels like it would go Herbie style. Ride up on the back wheels and then you'd fly off of it. Redneck running boards. Well, those are just practical and fancy. Instructions for a new fridge water filter said to flush 4 gallons through before use. Used a chopstick, measuring cup, and bucket so I wouldn't have to hold it. Oh, nice. So yeah, you really have to throw a lot of water through those big filters, man. At least they left a note. These books are here for an essential structural purpose. They're not for sale. Damn. I wonder what they are. Do you think they're like encyclopedias or something boring, or like really cool rare books? I bought a bottle of wine for cooking and forgot I don't own a corkscrew. Seems like you did just fine. My dad's garden hack that he's used for planting seeds for years. Drop seeds through a PVC pipe to save yourself from crouching down. That is significantly smarter. Also, do they not make tools for doing this? I don't mean like big expensive machines, but do they not make like a slightly more expensive tool? I get that a PVC pipe will cost you like $1.50, but still, I'm kind of surprised this had to be a hack, right? Air hammer. I'm a little confused. New heater setup. No. Awesome shower. Oh yeah, that's real awesome. Just moved into our first flat. Does this under sink setup look okay? Did you do that? I mean, regardless, I would say no. 4x4 conversion. Yeah, 0 to 60 in maybe. When you don't have the right size tap handle, well then you make the right size handle. Okay, more weird stuff made out of wood. That's a true Woody. Someone said you guys would probably like this abomination. I would not. You can just buy actually decent electric scooters and such for like, what, $500, $600, $700? This just seems like it's gonna kill you. The sound is a bit washed out. You know, I can't believe I never thought about that. Now the dryer's broken. Let's make it a speaker, or a woofer, or whatever you want to call it. Made a spaghetti spinning fork for a class. Again, some of these people are just smart. When you can't afford a bunion splint? Oh, a pencil. That ain't going anywhere. Yeah, you're right. Totally. No, not at all. That's how you fix the masts in Sea of Thieves. You just hammer some 2x4s onto them. Car spoiler on the cheap. Probably not that cheap. You see how expensive lumber got for a while there, dude? Interesting stabilizer jack. Yeah, very interesting choice. I have no idea what this abomination started out life as. Nobody does, man. Nobody does. I could sit here for days trying to pick it apart. Bumper stitches. I've seen that in real life before. It seems to work fine. And you know what? Around Halloween time, you can say it's a Frankenstein aesthetic. Sorry, Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein's monster. Do not throw away the stone. Without it, the elevator does not carry children. Oh, because they're not heavy enough? What? That's one way to stop your PC from overheating. No, it's not. The way my dad stores his knife. That's not just a knife, man. That thing looks expensive. He spent all of his money on the cleaver and not on a good way to hold it. My garden swing seat sunshade broke in a storm, and I don't have a welder. Well, that seemed to work okay, right? Also, I love that bit of a tongue twister we got. My garden swing seat sunshade. Tailgating at the bus stop. The school bus bench. I can't be the only one that likes this, right? I can't be. Again, just reusing something. When no one's using it, you just put it back up. I think that's kind of fun. Do redneck tailors count? Yeah. Look at that kilt, dude. That's a hell of a utility kilt. Our tap broke and water came gushing out. My mom did this what? To stop the flow. It worked perfectly. I must say, this is the most impressive one yet. Low budget pool. Oh, I thought it was gonna be in a truck bed or something. Also, I don't think that's a pool. I think that's meant to be a hot tub. Found one in the wild. Found what? I think it'll fit. Or not. Best solution is just to cut a hole and stuff. This makes it clean and easy. Are you sure? For $2.50, I can do a 360-degree time lapse. That's actually sick as hell, though, and you're a genius, and I love you. There, I fixed it. I guess it'll have to do. Will it? Huh? Barbecue engineering. I mean, again, we're just doing the correct stuff. Don't throw that truck away, turn it into a giant grill. The quintessential redneck engineer tool guide. Engineering flowchart. Does it move? No. Should it? Yes. WD-40. If not, then no problem. Does it move? Yes. Should it? No. Then duct tape. If yes, no problem. Duct tape broom to leaf blower. Trying to get sticky cottonwood tree things off of my driveway. Bust loose, then blow away. Seems actually kind of... No, that's okay. Redneck hot tub. How much longer do you think those boards will last? Not much longer at all. I wouldn't get in that damn thing. This one doesn't seem... No, I'm not down with this one. Lighting a campfire underneath a giant shovel. I also like that there... This ain't a hot tub. This dude was taking a bath. Look at that. This thing. I kind of love it, though. Don't know how you turn. Can you turn? A whole crapload of Amish guys moving a barn. I think there's a video out there somewhere of this, and I think it's freaking crazy that they can do that. Redneck air conditioner just fill with ice. No, that's not a new thing, though, right? I've seen DIY projects on YouTube for years about creating a pseudo air conditioner using ice and a cooler. Doesn't seem to work super well, though. I mean, it can a little bit. Just gonna up the crap out of your energy bill from having to create so much ice, right? School bus bridge. Prestonsburg Passage Rail Trail. Well, if it was built for like a fun trail, that's a whole different thing entirely. Reduce, reuse, recycle. There's some reuse right there for you. I don't exactly know truly what happens to vehicles, especially buses and such, that are discarded or broken, but this feels like a better option than, well, a lot of alternatives, right?
All right, let's go to the lake. Yes, the Florida special. I've seen boat trailers with lawnmower tires on them. This is a new one, and I wouldn't take it on the highway, but there are no car inspections in Florida for a reason. I'm actually wondering where this is now, because that's not a Florida plate. One of them escaped. Found this at my local Walmart. This is actually really common in New York City as well. I can't tell if this is a minivan or not, but with minivans, sometimes criminals will just shove something into the track for the door and like rip the entire door backwards. So a lot of cars will actually have these little padlock thingies on the outside. Not entirely sure that they rip out their door handles too, but that could have been what necessitated the padlock. Friend's cabinet mounted microwaves mount busted. Improvisation ensued. Oh, no, please don't do that. No, just disconnect it. You can run that thing safely if you don't turn on the vent fan. So is it just me or is that a really weirdly shaped microwave? It's like really thin. Engineering to prevent redneck. The top of his head looks like a lemon now. Seriously, it just looks like a cutting board with a slice of lemon on it. It works. So like, I ain't gonna fault him for it. And on a construction site, like nobody looks good. So go for it. Better put your safety vest back on though before the safety man yells at you. There is no headphone jack in, so I did this abomination. It gets to 50 decibels, so it's okay. 50 decibels is pretty quiet. Oh no, what have you done? So yeah, they've basically fed the audio signal into the amp, ? On the back of what is this thing? This is like the tiniest boombox in existence. Oh my god, it's so cute. Sharp, you make an adorable boombox. Also, you have a cassette deck there, so you can use a cassette to 3.5 millimeter input to give yourself a 3.5 millimeter input to the speakers without doing this thing and get full volume. As long as it's cold. That's a substantial, like, split system looking thing. I don't know about the license plate you got zip tied to the back of the AC cage there, but I'm glad it's working. Fan capacitor failed on my AC at 11 p.m. on a Friday night. This was my solution until I can get a new one. I mean, I won't pull nearly as much air, but it'll do. Just don't burn out your unit over a weekend of being really uncomfortable. This is how our office building is trying to find a source of sewage smell for 5 months in a row. A new hole appears every month. The smell never disappears. The bathrooms have just been remodeled. They sell a tool for this. Stop destroying your wall. There's a little thing like a stick with a smoky thing. It just creates like a really like wispy smoke, and you just go along, you're looking for the airflow to see where it's coming from. If you're gonna do this much work, just take down the entire wall. Like just cut all like around the edges, and then just accept the fact that you're gonna have to put up a new wall again, and then you can actually get to everything and take a look. Getting that extra few inches with some leftover adapters. I mean, I've been guilty of this for USB-C, but what in the no? Exposed. Oh my god, it's exposed on the edge there. Not the tabs. The tabs are so you can ground these ungrounded plugs, but like the blades are like half an inch out of that socket. Oh my god. Oh, it's a 220. It's a 220. Oh my god. Keep your local fire department busy with this one simple trick. Well done, random commenter. Well done. Chairs at a family-owned business. I'm more gonna criticize this for the redneck engineering without the effort. Like, if you're gonna do this, disassemble the rest of the chair, or just take a Sawzall to it or something, so that it's an actual bar stool with just a back or something. You don't even need the back. You just bar stools. Done. I don't care if you reuse the seat. That's cool. J-Box air conditioning. For those unfamiliar, J-Box is a junction box, and they've literally just stuck it up out of their thing. Funnily enough, this is actually very similar to how the first quote-unquote air conditioning worked. It looked like a tiny turbine that you clamped onto your window. You filled it with water, and then there was a sponge inside of it. The air came in, it would evaporate the water out of the sponge, and then there was a vent on the inside where you could bring the cooler air, marginally cooler air, I'm sure, in. It's basically a glorified swamp cooler is all it was, but it was neat. With a little more engineering, you could probably build something very similar out of this. Round up the pack. We're going camping. Oh. Well, the foil thing does work. My little bit of redneck engineering, I went to a summer music school that did not have air conditioning. My window faced east, and my room was a toaster oven. And after a week of being easy bake Lexi, I built like a giant reflector out of foil foam core that I got from like one of the trips to the like pharmacy. They didn't have barely any stores out there. Rigged the whole thing up with foil, put it up in the windows all the way to the edges, insulated the inside of the room best I could, and at night I'd open everything up to bring in the cool air and then shut it all during the day. And my room was consistently at 10 degrees cooler than everybody else's on the east side of the building. It was constantly dark, but I liked it that way. Whacking weeds with a 100-watt solar panel. So, I'm sorry, what? With a 100-watt solar panel and a capacitor or a supercapacitor. What in the... Oh, okay, hang on. Ryobi 18-volt weed whacker, got it. Capacitor didn't help much, yeah, no. MC4's 100-watt panel. Yeah, you're basically trying to make a quick charge battery. Did this work? I can't well, I guess this is whatever parts he had on hand. I can't imagine just rigging a 100-watt panel up to like a cigarette lighter and using a cigarette lighter charger for those 18-volt batteries wouldn't be easier. But, you know, if whatever parts you got. I was told to share my masterpiece here. Peak Bosnian engineering. You created a Volks Camino, and I love it. Oh my god, it's glorious. Just moved and had to install drywall anchors without a drill. Turns out Allen keys make great pilot holes. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Pilot bits always get lost, like the super tiny, or they'll break or whatever. That's not a bad idea. And way easier to hold while you have a stud finder. I'm keeping this. This is genuinely good advice. Advertised as a yacht on Facebook Marketplace. Well, yes, but also no. Do I want it? Yes. Is it a yacht? No, it's not. The post box of the Irish redneck. Yeah, this is why we have the thing that says certified for use by the Postmaster General, so that people don't do this. When you don't have a potato masher, there's a dedicated potato masher tool? Oh, I guess I have seen it, the flat bottomed thing. We always just use a spatula when I was growing up, so like, this seems fine. Quick bench, that's not bad. That's a pretty nifty little, like, we're on a job site and we just want to sit down. That's perfect. I love this. Race sim chair. Ooh. I would have given this higher marks if you'd actually committed instead of just using clamps. Like, actually drill everything together. But I love racing sims, so this is still excellent. Anyone else skimming through and read Arism chair? No, I didn't. But okay. That out of the way. Do you just Dukes of Hazzard into this bad boy or what? I mean, most racing cars, I shouldn't say most, a decent amount of them have no working doors. Like, yeah, that's how you get in. So it just adds to the immersion. Mows grass, gets donkeys. What is this? What is this vintage John Deere moped? Oh, it's like that one guy that owns a trike, but it's also like really aggressively a dad. It's like the redneck version of a suburban version of a Honda Goldwing. I made this when I was in robotics during middle school. That is fantastic. I got accepted into robotics and then my overprotective parents pulled me out because, But a close friend of mine and I did manage to make out of scrap a about 4-foot long paper airplane out of like a whole bunch of foam cores and we launched it from the top of a 2-story building and it went a ways. Clamp on my pool filter broke and I had to make it tight. Okay. All right. So you've improvised a pull clamp on the left. You've then improvised a set of vice grips to hold the pull clamp because you're using channel locks with just a pair of regular freaking clamps. Okay. I love it. Please get it replaced. Please limit the amount of redneck engineering recursion to 1. Not going to have any issues rolling out of bed in the morning. Man, if you move at all during the middle of the night, you're just gonna make bowling sounds that come flying out of the end. 96 Roman candles. Why? Why are you? No, absolutely. We have enough wildfires. What are you doing? The ATF would like to know your location. 99 red kabooms. Fix that for you. That thing definitely followed the Grateful Dead around. What? What in the hell? What is this? What is this beautiful monstrosity? Dual camp, how do you even register this? Yeah, it's a Kirby bus that ate 2 Volkswagen camper vans. Yes, they are still inside. They're poking out of the top. Laundry day. I think everybody's done this, especially when you're in a hotel and you end up having to like wash something because you spilled, I don't know. And you like wash it in the sink and then you're like trying to desperately dry it with the room air conditioner. As redneck as it gets. Yes. Yeah, that is exactly how redneck is. Yeesh. When you need an extra set of hands, installing an undermount sink. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine, probably. Good luck. Shooting a potato at a tennis racket to make French fries. I like your methods. I question the strength of your tennis racket, but now I kind of want to know if this worked out. Some of y'all never had to use an impact with a socket on an adapter on a swivel on an extension on an adapter, and it shows. What is going on here? Okay, so you've got a hex bit adapted to the socket and then a swivel. I've seen worse, but don't let that take off your wrist. I made a sidecar for my bicycle. That's actually really cute. I was worried when I read the text that you were gonna people were gonna sit in it, but no, for cargo, that is adorable. I love that. That's perfect. Also, Land Rover Discovery in the background, absolutely beautiful car. Got the kitchen sink back up and running without leaks. Well, working and to client spec are 2 different things for a reason. That's all I can safely say. Redneck lift assist. Good lord, there's a lot. Can't even tell what that is. A drum sander, it looks like. What? I'm impressed by your artful use of ratchet straps, and that's all I'm gonna say. When your AC goes out, but you have a 6-hour drive and a generator. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. That's like a 500 watt AC. That thing will power it just fine for probably several hours. Sometimes I frighten even myself with my genius. You have, what is that, a hammer drill? With a garden? Did this work? As a post hole digger? Oh, that's terrifying. I think that's what you're trying to do here. Mobile office spotted today. That's actually pretty slick. I like that. That's pretty nifty setup. There's a lot of armatures and stuff going on underneath it too. Does this thing like lift up or something? Or is it, I think it's on a 5th wheel. Ignore me. I think it's just on top of the 5th wheel. That's still really cool. Not entirely sure about the aerodynamics, but you know. Guy just chilling on his multifunction armchair. Lawnmower? Listening to a livestock auction. Allegedly fitted with cigarette lighter, carry-on bag of tools, chilled cup holder, barbecue sauce serving device, this must be Texas, and revolver holster. I see the extra battery for all the electronics. Is he actually mowing the, like, is this all happening while he's mowing the lawn? I thought this was like listening at a livestock auction. No, this guy is just mowing his lawn. He created his entire contraption to mow his lawn. I actually fully support that, because if you have something that you really don't like doing, if you make that thing as happy as to do as possible, you won't mind doing as much. Decreased amount of stress in your life with these 3 easy steps. Got an annoying tire light because your sensors won't fit in the aftermarket wheels? No problem. Shove them into a PVC can, crank that puppy to 40 psi, toss it in your trunk, and move on with life. From an RF standpoint, this will work because the sensors don't actually know where they are. Although some of them do require the wheel to be spinning to transmit to save battery. I'm not sure what PSI PVC is rated for. Oh, 300 to 600 PSI. All right, never mind then. Guess it's just as good as your sealant, but all right. I guess it's not that much. This sucker was listed for $150 locally. Think I'll pick it up. What in the what did you do to the... Oh, wait. Okay, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this is like the frame of an ATV, because like the shocks are massive, with a lawnmower strapped on top, but it's up on jacks, so like it might have some problems. I don't know what this is. It's a project, that's for sure. McDonald's bag as a sun shield to keep from getting a redneck. Oh, yeah, that worked. I mean, that'll work for a day, but yeah, that'll work. Motorized picnic table, $400. This would give every Department of Motor Vehicles employee in New York an aneurysm, and I would laugh about it. That's amazing. Fix my chair with scrap wood and tape. Okay, we're using the term chair very loosely here. I see a little corner of office wheels at the bottom with the little riser thing. This is an X chair. Okay, just get a new chair. Battery clamp. Oh. What's with the zip ties and the channel locks? Well, it's not in my house and it's not on fire. So these are 2 good things we can take away. Just past this on the freeway. Looks like a Honda Accord and a Jeep had a baby. No arguments from me though. Girlfriend won't go camping? This will help. It won't. Source me. I hate camping. Zip ties go actually they go but in this case they go because you've literally sewed your car back together. So I play mellophone, and I got a new mouthpiece that is slightly too thin to fit in the instrument. Otherwise, it works great. My solution? Tinfoil. This is fantastic. I know there's a whole bunch of fixes like this where it's been like expensive part doesn't quite work with other expensive part, and the fix ends up being like 14 cents. Aircon for those with no options. Oh, this is swamp cooler. Yeah, this is very similar to something I built when I was in my first apartment and could not afford an air conditioner and did not have air conditioning. I filled those lasagna trays that you can get, like disposable lasagna trays, with water, stuck them in my freezer, took one of my Tupperware bins, cut a hole in the top, grabbed an old PC like fan and a switch out of my like reused parts bin, hooked that up to a 12-volt adapter, also from the parts bin, put the ice in the bottom, the fan sucked air in, blew it across the ice, and the vent out of the top gave me cool air. And I put that up top above my monitor, so like it just like sort of cooled you, and then I just moved it over to my bed. And then like every 2 or 3 hours I'd change out the lasagna trays like ice cartridges. That was my little swamp cooler. This is much better because it has an actual radiator, and they've actually done piping work and stuff, and you know, this would work way better. But still, I love seeing this stuff like this. This is so cool. Why you need a new air conditioner? Same concept. Technically, I just call anything swamp cooler if doesn't have a compressor. Like the last one, there's different types, obviously, before you come for me in the comments. But yeah, just cold thing behind fan, because it's hot. When you're hot, you don't think too well. Wanted music working out in the parking lot today. 2-part epoxy and a sacrificial tool, and we're mobile. You know, that works. Not even gonna complain. Since there are so many clever men on here, reckon yous have ideas on how to get a bolt lock nut off a car? Tried every tool possible and an axe. Okay, the axe will win. You need an impact wrench or an air wrench or something. This is not, no. Sorry. Someone cut a car in half and turned it into a trailer. I love it when people do this. Wow, to a Volvo too, fancy. I love it when people do that. It's just so cool. Because you basically then have like an airtight, like if you do some extra work, climate controlled mini sitting camper. Or like if you take the seats out, it's just like a lie down camper, like a portable luxury bed. When you need a better mousetrap, this looks concerningly like 3-wire power cable. Oh no. I'm assuming the thing with the peanut butter is hot and everything else is grounded, and that's how you fry a mouse. Redneck ATV. This is some Redneck Mad Max meets Twisted Metal stuff. That is gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love it. I want it. Oh, that's beautiful. No, I unironically love that. That's gorgeous. I want to ride in that. Redneck Vet Med. Meet this 2-day-old chick, Hillbilly Deluxe, who's been saved by tape twice already. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh, is that like the vet wrap stuff that they put on like dogs for the like they don't bite the? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like ace bandage, but it sticks to itself and not fur. That's what it is. I think. But yeah, no tape, painter's tape, probably pretty gentle. Hillbilly Deluxe. This is so cute. Should have used duct tape. The poor quality masking tape was key since it needed to be semi-permeable. Either way, I think 3M should consider sponsoring Hillbilly Deluxe. This is Control Tower 1 to Control Tower 2. The joke has missed the landing zone. Look, you're in a subreddit full of people engineering things. They can be rednecks, but they're still engineers. So if you make a joke about materials or procedures or specs, their instant response is gonna be the materials, the spec, not the joke. They'll process the joke later. They'll process the joke at 2 o'clock in the morning when they're trying to fall asleep and thinking about all the stupid things they've done. Source, me.
Redneck mobile fire pit. Why would we need the fire pit to be mobile? What is the purpose of that? I want my fire to stay in one place. Screw it. Screw what? Oh, huh? How long's that gonna last you, dude? What can't zip ties fix? My broken heart. This dog toy I found for sale in Rockaway Beach, Oregon, or Rockaway Beach, Oregon? Redneck dog toy. That's a nice stick though. $5? Come on, man. This grass chopper? What? Oh. You know, that's exactly what I expected, and I was still surprised. This billboard has a Dyson hairdryer jerry-rigged to spread the scent of freshly baked bread? Well, that's not on my bingo card. It certainly wasn't. I mean, could they not have used, like, a regular hairdryer? Would it have been too loud or something like that? You know what? It doesn't really matter. That right there is true ingenuity. Saw this at Walmart. What you saw was true genius, okay? Actually, that looks like it's put together surprisingly well, all things considered. You know what else is put together surprisingly well? Our new merch at EmKayshop.com. Use code BOOBIN at checkout for free shipping. Landlord refused to replace the faucet, so I had to take matters into my own hands. Wait. What do you mean landlord Wait, you know they can't do that, right? Your landlord's not allowed to just go, no, sure, they can delay, but this is supposed to be a temporary solution until that jackass does what he's legally required to. Good as new. Yeah, we'll go with that. Updated version of the Redneck go-kart. Oh, completely safe. Are there airbags this time? Because I don't think there are. I mean, that might make it more fun for you, though. Made in Florida during a hurricane. What Oh, you hooked a car battery up to it. All right, I see. Seems to be working just fine until the house burns down. If you can't close the window, you can always clothes the window. That kind of tripped me up for a second. And you know what? That looks significantly better than people that duct tape it shut or use packing tape or something. I understand it might be more practical that way, a little better of a sealant for the air, but it still looks terrible. My friend's motorbike. Oh, dear Lord. Yep, that's again exactly what I expected. I've come to Redneck Engineering so many times now that this is just how it works. I know what to expect. Sure, the titles sometimes give you exactly what to expect, but in this case, come on. He's gonna die. We just went apple picking. Time to peel apples for baking. Oh, well, if it's stupid and it works, how stupid could it really be? The Redneck Emperor. Oh, dear Christ, what in the world is going on there? I do not like that. No. Saw this work of art at the police impound lot. Oh, it's gotta be great, right? Ooh, you lived in that thing? I'm so sorry. How to increase efficiency of DIY heated pool? I wouldn't say that's exactly it, but is it working? I think the Postmaster General would approve this bit of redneck engineering. All right, let's see. Large packages. I would certainly hope that they approve it, because that seems to be pretty smart. You've got 2 big-ass mailboxes, and I know they're not just for you, but nonetheless. That is actually kind of a smart idea, though. Adult Power Wheels, Redneck Edition. Oh, yep, there it is. Adult Power Wheels. I wouldn't trust anything like that. I mean, Power Wheels? Ugh, no. No AC? No problem. That's... well, how well does that actually work at all? And why can't you just roll down the other window? You'll get a pretty decent draft in there while you're driving. Have you thought about that? Found this in a backyard, and I'm still figuring out what its purpose is. Guesses? All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've got a couple of crates with a cage and a pipe or a vent, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it was some kind of DIY hamster cage or something like that they just built out of crap they had in the garage, or backyard in this case. Ferret playpen. Okay, so I was kinda close. Edit. Seriously, one of my highest voted comments is pointing out a ferret cage. Some of y'all didn't grow up in a trailer park with ferrets, and it shows. Yeah, I would imagine the vast majority of us didn't do that. Not that it's a bad thing to have done that, but it's quite specific, sir. Putting that boat to good use. As a door? Why can't the boat be a boat? The only approved use for recalled Harbor Freight jack stands. They were recalled? Awesome. And hey, that's not a bad idea. Yep, that's definitely easier than replacing the bulb. All right, hold on a second. What sort of shenanigans here? Georgia. Okay. Okay then. I ran out of clean t-shirts, so I made a drying rig. It was dry in 90 minutes. A drying rig? Oh, I see. Yeah, I think most people that do any sort of air drying usually point a fan in its general direction. It's just smarter to do that. Although I've never seen anybody hook up the hair dryer. That seems just, somehow it feels less energy efficient than a regular ass dryer. Did you need them dried that fast? Just leave them on the rack for they're shirts. Yeah, leave them on the rack for 2 hours maximum. They're fine. With the blow dryer going, what was the damage to your electric bill? None, because it's an Airbnb. Ah, well played. Massage gun made from old broken jigsaw. I really don't like that one. Just not at all, dude. The Airbnb locked the AC control, but not the air duct. Or the ironing board. What the hell? Oh, was it just perpetually stuck on? Seems odd. Normally Airbnb owners don't want you ever turning on the AC at all because they're assholes. But, fixed my exhaust leak with a root beer can. Did ya? Is it fixed? Or is it patched? Because it doesn't look completely fixed to me. It's for sale. Oh boy, the sprayer truck. Looks kind of like some sort of zombie apocalypse vehicle up in there. Who needs a truck when a small car can do the same thing? Oh yeah, identical. Okay, that one's not what I was expecting. I thought I knew. I thought I had this pattern down. It turns out I absolutely don't. Would love to see the inside. No, the hell you would not. Well, who knows? Maybe it's really luxurious inside and the outside is deceiving. Look, if your vehicle looks like that, no one really wants to take anything from you. I wonder why. My dad's makeshift antenna he made out of clothes hangers. It works, by the way. Well, yeah, why wouldn't it work? It's going every which way. Hold on a second here, I'm spotting something. What's on the shelf? Your Ambibos! Your Ambios! I don't actually know what the hell those are. Those boxes are not familiar to me. Oh, Christ. Your dad is just a real engineer. My dad's solution to a branch being a bit too high up, all right? A saw on I almost called that a log, that is not a log. A saw on some kind of 2x4 adjacent chunk of wood. I said adjacent. Chill. Does it work at all? Because I don't feel like it would be very effective. Had no spare fuses. Just needed to get home. Okay. Well, this was for your car, I assume? Just needed to get home? Well, as long as you didn't keep it in there longer than that, my friend. Rate my microphone stand. Out of what? Because if we're going out of 10, I don't think you want me to tell you. I'm just kidding. We've all done weird crap to get a microphone stand that doesn't cost $200. Now, they're very affordable. For $20, you can get an actual arm and everything, which is super cool. But I think for a short period of time, I was using a lamp I just sort of figured out a way to attach the microphone to the lamp, like with tape or something like that. But hey, what you've got going on works for now until you get something that's a little more quality. Purchased from a rural Virginia gas station. Behold. All right, I'm behold. Oh, you purchased that from a gas station? That's odd, but okay. This fan is staying up. Okay, you couldn't screw it in? Was this easier or did it fall down? What happened? Insulated my garage man cave for the winter. With foil? Is that just a bunch of aluminum foil, tin foil, whatever you want to call it? I wonder how effective that's really going to be. I mean, probably okay, I would imagine. A new take on a drink fountain. What the f*** is a drink fountain? What? Do you mean a drinking fountain? Like a water fountain or something like that? What exactly is the play here? Duct tape. It's tool 1. Oh, jeez. No. I would absolutely be annoyed if that were driving anywhere near me. Why? Because it's gonna fall apart, and I'd rather not be killed by some dude's duct-taped RV, okay? The South really just be doing it different. I mean, look, if it's clean, it's working, all right? Fixed outdoor tent hole with umbrella, okay? That's actually just smart. I mean, sure, maybe not the coolest looking fix, but look, you even have a hanging plant to weigh it down. You're pretty genius. Wonder how long that's gonna last. There are worse workarounds, I would imagine. I really don't know. Is that just a piece of generic foam? Because that's just gonna spread that's not really gonna wipe it away, is it? I don't know. I don't like that one at all. And if, again, I saw you driving near me, I'd get pissed off because you're not just putting yourself in danger, putting me in danger too. When the only tool you have is a thingamajig, and you really needed a doohickey? I see. Oh, I see what you're doing. Smart. There's a heat wave going through my campus and I have no air conditioning, so I made this. Well, just a swamp cooler utilizing ice. If it's helping, it's helping, all right? Transferring air. Man, we need something like this in our house. The air conditioning works great in the basement, but not really well at all upstairs. Big-ass basement, really inefficient. Gotta figure out a way to get that air to properly go upstairs. Yes, there are vents up there, it just doesn't really go there. Flying chair done with a shopping cart. Included ashtray and beer holder. Beer hold! Whatever the hell this thing is. Lost the mount for the GPS right before a road trip. Okay. Well, as long as it stays in place, which, it looks like you got it wedged in there, should be fine. Okay. That's one way to elongate the life of your tap, I suppose? How would you turn the water on and off? So he skipped 4 but made part 3 more difficult. Tracks. What the heck? Yeah, that's putting it lightly, pal. Look at that thing. Did you ever wonder why just one drop hitch would be cheaper? I've never wondered that, actually. What in the hell? The oil filter on my truck was too big for the filter wrench I had. Was able to improvise with nylon webbing and a wrench. Well, good for you, I suppose.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. This looks like this is the thorax of an ant that you put onto the bed of your truck. What am I looking at? Did you make like an RV bed into the back of your truck so you could sleep in this? Because that's the vibe I'm getting, right? I don't know what that is, but that's fire. Oh, there we go. I actually could see this working out though. I could see this being something people do. Like if you stole a grocery cart and you didn't have a grill for your fire pit, just put it on the grocery cart, right? It's the same thing, right? I think. Until the grocery cart melts and you have a really sad steak. Oh, so fire. This is so fire, dude. Look at this. He lost something ate the back half of his truck. He don't give a shit. Even his license plate is country. Yep. Oh my God. That's awesome. I don't even know if that's street legal, but that's awesome. No way. Did he solder? He welded the hub together again. The hub of his tire was fucked and he just welded it back on. This guy he's solving his own problems. Why call a mechanic when you have 2 Pabst Blue Ribbons, a little bit of soldering silver, and a good day? This is the first one that's confused me because I don't eat these, so I don't know why we're are we having the heat from the coffee rise up to, is this like a thing that melts into the coffee? What's the deal with this? I'm having trouble understanding exactly what's going on here. So, the Reddit post is called, Introducing the Stroop Waffle Holdinator 1000. Are you an American with a typical American giant coffee mug? Do you like Stroop waffles, but they keep falling to your giant American coffee mug? Well, cry no more. Introducing the Stroop Waffle Holdenator 1000. Fantastic. However, and I've never had a Stroop waffle, so forgive my ignorance. I already have 2. God gave me 2 Stroop Waffle Holdenator 1000s. They're called my hands. So I don't know why we've done this. Wow. What in the Frankenstein car am I f***ing looking at? Wow. This is the Walmart chariot, dude. Bro. And I just have to imagine what is on the inside of this car. Because one of the things that I see right away, right, is, you know, how does he get in? How does he get in this car? Like, so dude Suburban got fucked in some way, shape, or form. But then he gave one of his buddies a call. He gave Dale a call. Hey, Dale, you still got that Toyota in your shed? Hell yeah, buddy. What do you need it for? I got a project for us to do. And this is what happened. This is what's made. This is a beautiful example of redneck engineering at its finest. These are redneck savants. And the first thing they did was go to the Walmart. Oh my God. Oh my God, that tire. Oh, and look at the window. Oh. Oh my God, I love it here. This is the best subreddit ever. Oh, because I used to live in a rural part of Florida for a little while, and you would see some shit like this, man. This is so awesome. Oh my God. Oh, how did he get away with it? This could be something like the live in the van, which makes this a little less silly if this is like how they're drying their clothes or something, but I doubt that's what it is, right? This is, and I am not joking, an 1882 US patent for a mousetrap, and it's the most American thing I think I've ever seen. You know, this isn't redneck engineering, this is colonial engineering, which are the world's first rednecks, I'll give you that. I want to know the pitch for this. So, you have these nefarious rodents traversing through your home, mucking up the barrels and ruining the architecture. I present a solution. That's right, a gun. we put it into this mechanism. And should the little creature step towards it, blam! Mouse for dinner. Gross. Welcome to Brazilian engineering. Rules? There are no rules. Oh, wow. Yeah, I could see that, especially with the insta-climb stairs and the halfway building. I gotta know what rent's like in that building. That is one of the thinnest buildings I think I've seen in my life. Turned my fan into a AC unit. Hey! But now you're keeping cool in the summer months. I respect that. And then when the day's over, when it turns to nighttime, you throw those right back in the freezer because you're gonna have another long day tomorrow where those are needed. I see nothing wrong with this. Oh my God. So I know some of you watch these videos in another monitor. You know, you might have this like on your autoplay if you're using YouTube Premium, or little secret, by the way, if you don't have YouTube Premium, you can still make it play with your phone screen off. Find out how, it's really easy. But I'm gonna need you to turn your attention to the screen here if you're not looking. They've made a pressurized Nerf gun. That is horrifying. Now, I don't know if you're gonna carry the tank with you, right? But at what point are you making this in response to a Nerf fight? At what point do you have to break out what I consider overkill, right? How many Nerf wars have you lost to bust this out? Oh, this will get the job done. Who said you need to have professional equipment to have a little bit of fun? Just attach a big old commercial fan to the back of this little mechanism and that'll send you flying over the snow, that's for true. Oh wait, this looks kind of badass. This is more redneck engineering, but this looks really sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. This looks dope. I really like the look of this trailer here. And the thing is, Look at the snow on the tracks. I think this thing works. Do you think this is meant to go on the ice? Is this like a fishing thing? I think this is for ice fishing. Would that even float? Or I guess be okay on the ice? Oh, wow, I need to see that in action. AAA to AA battery adapter. Excuse me? What? Yeah, we just make our own here. Don't need none of them damn AAA. My remote takes AA, so, you know, AAAs are just a bit cheaper. I mean, if the voltage fits, right? Got tired of an inch of shampoo or conditioner being left in the bottle that the pump couldn't reach. So what'd you do? What'd you do? Oh, you extended that's so smart, actually. That's creating a solution to a really, like, you want to use all of the shampoo and you don't want to twist it open because, like, where's the fun in that? You've made I like that. I like that quite a bit. When a single washer costs 0.8 cents, yeah, go ahead and follow me for more DIY tips. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Did that even work? Is that safe? I don't know about all that. Come on now. This feels like, that's funny. Blowtorch and a Coke can is all you need for an on-the-go coffee station. Dude, take a look at this unit of a man. And I don't mean unit in size. I mean, look at the outfit. He's got the Redneckengineering uniform on. Different colored shirt, but that's fine. That's fine. Usually those are white. Like, you know, and you just sweat covering it. But this works just as well. And he's got the coffee ground. He's made his own. Respect. Dude, that's getting it done. That's getting it done on your terms. Wife needed a cap for a spray can before packing in luggage. Don't you worry, honey. We ain't gonna have no problems now. Who needs a cap when you got me? I'm your cap. Hold the charger in place, right? So that way the wire doesn't go everywhere when you're driving. That's great. This is a fantastic thought. We're not listening to the CD anyhow. Oh, wow. He's got it hooked up to a generator. This dude did not want to go to the beach in the first place. And he said, all right, well, if I'm going, I want to stay cool. And he is. He is. Like, this is like Gulf of Mexico, 100%, right? This is a Florida thing. This is, it exudes Florida. This smells like a Pensacola or a Gulf Coast. Like, this is a coastal Gulf Coast thinking of mine. My frame of thinking, rather. No. No. I would never try this on all of my days. No, thank you, dude. That's like a... That is a bad news. That is, your eyebrows are forfeit, dude. You're gonna singe them off. Now, what is going on here? There's the umbrella. I need to figure this out. I need to analyze this like it's an ESPN replay and a breakdown. You know what I mean? I gotta figure out what exactly is happening here that requires the umbrella. I'm not a boat guy. I'm scared of the open water, so... The upside down umbrella, what is this? Is this for like any fittings that fall or like tool? This has to be for tools and stuff, you know what I mean? This is like if you drop something. They've had this happen before, right? They've lost tools. Like the implication here is that they've dropped valuable tools into the murky depths. These dudes have developed a system. And look how the handle of the umbrella is hooked to the whatever that is. I'm not a boat guy. I don't know what I'm looking at there. They have a system here. This is ingenuity that was birthed from disastrous experience, and I respect it. Backup heater in my hotel room. Oh yeah, just turn both burners on. Yeah, exactly. Now you can stay warm and toasty. You know, I don't want a tow hitch. I want a tow hitch. Exactly. Make sure that no cars try to get in my spot. Few upgrades to the whip. You know, we got the new seats, we got the new dials, we got the new handles. You know, when my passenger princess gets into the car, she's gonna go, you live like this? You ball like that? I go, yeah, sweetie, I got money like that. Now listen to these tunes. If only there was an easier way to move a trailer using a truck. I need to see this go under a bridge. I need to see this. I need to see this exit through a bridge. That is incredible. That's gonna. I don't know how this has no clearance. I'm shocked this has made it over or under streetlights. You know what I mean? There's no clearance on this thing. It's downright remarkable. This isn't necessarily against the law, but it's against the sanctity of my eyeballs. Why? What's going on here? I think I found it. I think. I have a small format SSD, but my PC does not have a way to attach it. But I just finished eating my chili fries. Oh, man. I've never seen redneck PC building. That's awesome. The most redneck light switch. Is that a syringe? Now, okay, I see the switch on the other side, but my first thought was, do you use the syringe to turn the light on and off? Which would have been a strange way to turn it on and off, but really kind of cool, right? I looked up this image. And this image is in an article from Solar Quotes blog that says how to kill friends and electrocute people. Oh, fantastic. Oh, wow. What a remarkable light switch, right? There's just something so beautiful about this. Can't afford 20-inch rims? No problem. Just go ahead and make people think we got them. That's smart. It's thinking with your noggin. My shirt cloth works better as a mouse pad than my actual mouse pad. It's probably the material, it looks like. Yeah, look at the material on that shirt. However, my brother in Christ, perhaps, this is just a friendly suggestion, because your keyboard does look like it's got quite a bit of dust on it. Maybe the mouse pad is dirty as well. So if you wash the mouse pad, and it's not difficult to throw it in the bathtub if you got like a desk mat, get some ear swabs, some rubbing alcohol, clean your stuff, and it's gonna last longer. You're not gonna need to find these solutions, right? Oh, the champion lawnmower, yes. Oh, grass stands no chance against your might. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, there we go. Didn't have a quarter to put in, so you just put your key in, huh? That's great. That's nice. How are you gonna get it out? Oh my God! Why is this? Why have we done this to the gear shift? What's going on here? Why did we do this? For why? For why was this done? Is this like a security measure? What's going on here? When you aren't ready to replace your dead bushes from the snowstorm and the HOA gives you a violation, you spend $4.98. It is new. Yeah, dude, looks like it never died, right? Nah, dude, can't even tell. Just finished my RHD conversion on my import. Quite pleased with the result. Wow. But how are you gonna hit the blinker? Are you just gonna reach your arm over to the other seat and just hit the blink? There's something missing here, man. Problem. The boiler is leaking and I have to leave for the holidays. No plumbers available. Solution? Oh, just a little bit of good old-fashioned ingenuity. Right into the sink. Not my picture, I found it on Pinterest somewhere. We made a makeshift movie theater. That's awesome. That's sweet. A little frightening that it's all on egg crates. Not a fan of that at all. Not a fan of the higher up you go, the more concerning that feels, but still very nice. What in God's name? Oh my God, the football. Why? What was done for this? I found the post. Footballs to increase payload on my economy car. Put these junior footballs in the spring of my Toyota Echo to increase payload and ride height with use of a bike pump. In normal everyday applications, they'll just be sitting in there deflated, but on junkyard runs and camping trips, I could throw some air in for a small lift when heavy things sag down the stock suspension. That could work for a little while, right? Remember I was talking about an RV bed in the back of a truck? Now this is exactly what I was thinking. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're making that work, huh? Not buying no RV. Don't need it. Don't want it. This is kind of fire. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This one, kind of fire, kind of sick. I like this one quite a bit, actually. I'm no electrician, but I think I've solved the mystery of why changing the light bulbs didn't work. Well, yep. Yeah, I could see that there's nothing going in there. And if I had to guess, and I'm no professional, it needs to be connected to the wiring to turn on. When your shocks break in the backcountry, just gotta make your own out of a stick. Nothing wrong with that. Whoa! Oh my God! Oh no! The ultimate pickup truck. He's the pickup tank. God, I want all these crazy looking cars. I need to see them in action. When it's cheaper to buy a trailer than pay for lumber. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's called being financially responsible. Needed a place to wash my hands in detached garage. And there we go. We made it. That's just smart thinking right there. In 2013, South Australian police officers pulled over and arrested a man driving his car without a steering wheel. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at what he was using. Oh my. No way was that. Let him go. Let him go free. He was clearly doing just fine. Oh, that is bad news. Again, shout out electricians. People doing this keeps you employed, gives you all sorts of fun little things to do. What a warrior of a vehicle. This is the second one of these cars that look like they were just Frankensteined onto the chassis, which is my favorite kind of vehicle. It's not practical, it's not safe, it's certainly not street legal, but it's fun. And shouldn't that be what matters? It's just fun. Just a bit of fun. Wow. What am I supposed to make of this? I don't understand what I'm looking at. First of all, awesome product placement. Shout out State Farm. Second of all, what? Excuse me? How does this work? Why does this work? Why is this the State Farm mobile and headquarters? Who is combining? Wait. Oh, beautiful. No one's getting through that. Excellent work. You've created a very secure system. Y'all, I'm at my friend's house and I go to use the bathroom and... Oh, no. Oh, no. Gross!
No more cold toilet seat. Oh, okay. You're gross as hell, though. A Honda Element flat towing a dump truck. What? Oh my God. No way, you're lying. No, you're tricking me. You're trying to trick me. Dude, I gotta say, really strange car. I really want Honda to bring it back. The Element actually kicked ass. I don't know who the car was made for, but they were awesome, okay? Now, this may be redneck engineering and all that for sure, but this woman is living in a different dimension, let alone in the future. Load-bearing pencils? Oh my God, dude. You go from genius shoe invention to this. How is this even working right now? You can look at a pencil and it snaps in half. How's it supporting any of this? Need to replace a valve stem? Don't have a sledgehammer? Log plus ratchet strap. Log? Oh, okay. Sure, why not? I don't understand anything I'm looking at here. Fully enclosed forklift. Well, that's kind of cool, though. It's like a little house. You could really set up shop in one of these bad boys. Or pay $4,000 a month rent for it in Los Angeles. Luxury scootering. Oh, that just looks terrible, though. It genuinely looks like it would be very uncomfortable. Rechargeable outboard motor? I guess. That's something. I don't know. Maybe. Let's give it a try. You know, some of these we should see in action, right? We should get that right. First class redneck engineering. Wait, what's first class? Oh, okay. I see. It does denote some level of quality and creativity in the redneck engineering space. The regineering. We'll say that. Who needs a boat? Well, clearly not this frickin' guy. That's a big ass motor for something that small. How fast can you go? It'll do for now. Will it? Will it actually, though? Are there not any solutions that would do at least a little bit better than this? Billy Bob's cut rate towing. We'll probably get it there. Oh, wow, that sure is something interesting to see. Oh my god, that is not right. That is incorrect. The hell's going on with the other car, though? From this angle, it looks like the other car is floating. It does. I can't be the only one that thinks that. Russians use old jet engines from MiG-15 airplanes to clear snow from roads. Does it work? Because I feel like it works just fine. It can't be that stupid if it works okay, although it does look like it would be incredibly dangerous. Forgot my belt. Well, that's actually a smarter solution than I would have thought of. I would have just kept adjusting my pants all day long. But no, you are a genius. I don't want to buy Swiffer pads. Yeah, exactly. Then don't. Don't bother, man. That's just a whole lot of extra waste. We don't need to be putting that out into the world. A local guy named Joe the Junk Man made this heated snow shovel out of a pancake griddle and a snow shovel. Okay, that's, so he was using a shovel to make a shovel and then made probably the scariest looking thing in the world. I mean, I say scariest looking thing because it does freak me out. How helpful is your snow shovel being heated, though? Realistically speaking, how useful is that? I'm being serious. I feel like the practical application is not as crazy as you might think at first. Semi-truck that has been converted into a pickup. Okay. You know what? I'm pretty sure you can actually just buy a truck like that from Ford or something, but it must be kind of hilarious driving around a little tiny baby Peterbilt. A new rubber strip costs how much? Nah, hand me a pool noodle. Well, how well does it work? Clearly well enough, right? Airport uses Xbox's Kinect at check-in baggage. At check-in baggage? Huh? Also, hold on. There's a Kinect in there? Let me, oh, yeah, I didn't even see the logo. Well, I'm not 100% sure what it's there for. Is it there for counting or something? I'm lost. I think it's funny, but I'm genuinely lost. Hockey puck that keeps my CPU cooler seated. What? Really? For the love of God, man. Easy watering of the Christmas tree without bending over. Funnel in a PVC pipe. Yeah, this one genuinely doesn't feel like it would be all that crazy of an idea. Why would it need to be on Redneckengineering? Someone thought, what if I just put a funnel in a pipe so that I can water something without... Yeah, it's super simple. I want to see highly dangerous, weird, up stuff on this subreddit. Using the whole shelf as an antenna for our old radio in the kitchen. Oh, that's gotta work fantastic. It probably actually does, though. Or at least way better than you'd think. Do you hate grilling in the rain? No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. See, this is what I was looking for. I want more of this. I want to be able to open up my, I guess, technically second story window. I mean, I guess that's the basement. Doesn't matter. I want to be able to open up my window and grill, no matter where that window is. Rate my GPU cooling. Okay, out of what? Out of 10? Probably a 1. I don't think it's gonna work that well. Holy shit. I had that same bedding 25 years ago. Haven't seen it in ages. I'm living behind your walls. Alright, well, things just got a little bit weird here in the Redneckengineering fandom. There's Redneckengineering, then there's I'm gonna kill somebody Redneckengineering. Oh! Whoa, buddy. Hey, whoa, just take a step back and think about it. This is what I was looking for. Laundry basket handle replacement. Oh, this could go one of two ways. Oh, well, that's better than I thought it was going to be, for sure. I don't know why it kind of looks like it's a before and after, like the basket came with the wooden handle and exposed screws, and you somehow masterfully fixed it to what it should have looked like when you bought it. I don't know, it just feels funny. Hey, babe, can you fix the broken blind cord? No. Oh, hey. No, they actually did a pretty good job at that. I wouldn't have thought of that. You know, it takes a certain kind of brain, mainly one that can work, but in a certain area. My Airbnb assured me they have a very safe baby gate. Oh, this one. Yeah, I have seen this one. That's not so much Redneckengineering as it is being a dumb, stupid, idiot baby moron. My mom's solution for an extension cord. She's an electrical safety contractor. Okay, why do I not believe that after seeing this? I'm sorry. You sure? That sounds made up. The right tool is the one you have. These books are here for an essential structural purpose. They are not for sale. Wow, okay. Those books must have been really boring. Palm sander on a deck standing up? Oh, okay. All right. Wait, do they not just make sanders that you can use while standing up? I'm pretty sure I've used them before. You can rent them, can't you? I would use a metal pole instead of a wooden one next time. A little more leverage. Worked better than I expected. Roomba doesn't sell a replacement part that I need. Really? Like, really, Roomba? Are you freaking serious? Dude, you know what? That's why I gotta say Dyson's kinda cool, man. They got a replacement part section on the damn website listed per unit that you own. Very, very convenient. But Roomba? Damn. Redneck shelves. Yeah, that is useful enough, I guess, but it does look like absolute garbage. Motorized shopping cart. $850. Literally wouldn't... Oh, no, wait. Oh, I see what you did to the front. Never mind. I think I could maybe fit in that thing. Don't know why I'd be giving you nearly $1,000 for it, though. You made it out of a shopping cart. This looks like something that freak show from Harold and Kumar would drive. The what? I need to watch those movies, man, because that's probably the wildest car I've ever seen in my life, and I absolutely need to see the character that you're referring to. What did they make this car for? From the front, it looks like a frog jumping, you know? That is incredibly correct. Yes, it's connected to a heater on the inside. Wow. I know that you need heat when it's really, really cold, and I know that you need cool when it's really, really hot. But that seems like one of the dumbest fucking things you could ever do, right? Wouldn't Hank Hill have a goddamn conniption fit over someone driving around with a propane tank on the top of their van? Found on Marketplace. The Smart Tank. Oh, that's cool. I like the track you've... Wait, never mind. I don't like the track you've constructed at all. I don't trust it one bit. Holy crap, this truly was a legitimate homemade massacre. This person has a PhD in redneckery. Found on Facebook. Well, of course it was. Really? Damn, dude. Well, you fixed it. Damn. Why didn't they snip the excess? Worse, they clipped some. Hoping to get one more winter out of my favorite snow boots. Well, go for it. Why not? Who gives a crap? Gate wasn't long enough, so... How well is that working? It definitely seems like a better solution than the books against the window. Spoiler for any car. Yeah. I wonder what that makes the drag coefficient of your favorite vehicle, like your 1997 Toyota Camry. Looks great, although if I'm giving you any money for any of it, I want it painted. I want it painted to match, dude. Had to drill some holes overhead in some stainless steel. Huh, that's one solution, I suppose. Didn't want to lay on my back and drill holes, so the floor jack and a drill, you got a manual mag drill that'll work on stainless. Well, good for you, I guess. Zip tie stitching. There seems to be a lot of that going around, huh? I mean, hey, it gives it a look, like a goofy look. It looks better than just there being a hole in your bumper. That's what I'm trying to say. It's kind of cool, gives it a little bit of character, but not like on that truck where the guy only snipped a few of the excess off. In Texas, if you can't afford to buy a new pickup truck, you just make do with what you got. Do ya? Holy Jesus. Hey, you know what? It looks like it has more carrying capacity than the Cybertruck, so that's something. Came out to a dead battery this morning. Someone borrowed my battery charger and didn't return it. I whipped up this charger out of my junk box. An old 13.8 volt power supply and some large alligator clamps. Works perfectly. Although I wouldn't want to leave it unattended for a long time. Yeah, I wouldn't either. What the hell, dude? Does this qualify? Yeah, that 3,000% qualifies, dude. Holy shit, Fire Marshal. You can't see that strobe from the doorway. Okay, how's that? Builds J-Box stack. That's fine. Let's get lunch. Hey, you can see it, you can see it. I wish I had thought of it. Oh, do you? Oh, Jesus Christ. I understand to a certain degree, but I still don't like seeing kitchen utensils as permanent bathroom installations. Just, what the fuck? Wash your hands. Contigo doesn't make replacement lids, and their crappy handle broke on my son's water bottle. Zip ties to the rescue. Seriously? Oh my god. They don't sell replacement lids? Okay, that's complete bullshit. I know that as a company, if people stop buying your stuff because it's too good or lasts too long, you go out of business. Totally get it. But that's pathetic. That's bullshit. Just sell a fucking lid. Ugh. I believe Cletus is unclear on the concept behind trailer. No, I think he's got it just right. God. How does he get under anything with that? What do y'all think of my makeshift ant trap? Gorilla tape with honey for bait. Well, I'll think better of it if it works. Fifth Christmas with my tree installing bit. Your tree Oh. You know what? This might be the smartest actual goddamn thing this stupid little subreddit has ever seen. Gotta say, dude, mixes eggnog too. Sure, I suppose. We'll go with that for today.